Okay, we are finally live. Took long enough, but should be rolling here now. So, all right, we will wait a few minutes, but this one is going to be called "Run It Back," which makes sense considering what happened last live stream. So, all right. Welcome, Peaceful. Welcome to the stream. Sorry we're a little late here this morning. It's about probably almost half an hour late. Yeah, I definitely did not wake up on time, but we're gonna have a fun one here today. I think we've got a very good draft coming up here, based on what I've seen so far. At least I think we're gonna have a really good shot at landing some good players today. And yeah, I mean, this team just performed so well in the last season here. Of course, winning the cup is kind of a big deal. So yeah, we're just gonna wait a few more minutes, wait for a few more people to pop into the stream here. Currently we only got 2 people in, so is that supposed to be "How are you"? I'm doing good, Peaceful, thanks. Definitely had a bit of a breather after we won in the last live stream. Didn't do nearly as much editing and stuff as I wanted to, but that's okay. Just got to take a little mental break every once in a while, and then get back to it, because that's what we're trying to do with this series, is keep it running, right? So run it back. But yeah, it was a heck of a playoffs last episode. Things went very well. I think when I'm editing it out, I'm going to do 2 sections of the playoffs, like rounds 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 will be divided up. But yep, exactly. But yeah, this draft today is going to be a good one. I think. I'm not certain, but what are we in year 13 now? Yeah, 13. So really, it's going to come down to a choice of either Sonnenberg, who honestly looks ready enough to play on our team right now, or Jalen Urkamps. Actually, there was, I think, Nagayan's also. Yeah, Nagayan's also NHL ready. He's bigger, offensive left-handed, but a right D. So he's another option too, but really I think it is between Urkamps, because he fits our system and scheme fit better, and Sonnenberg. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Those are going to kind of be our top end guys here this year. Besides that, obviously there's that high elite goalie in Lizen. Guerin looks pretty good. Yeah, literally. And then Lizen's going to be our second rounder, which is crazy because he looks really good. There's a few other very solid looking players further back in the draft. So yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. But I actually do just want to look. See if there's any. Look at how many gems are in the top end. 2, 3, and 4 are all listed as gems. So this is going to be a good draft this year for sure. 3 goalie gems. Literally they're going to be so good. But looking at the other lowly guys here, I am interested in this guy, Stefan Svensson. Does seem to be a good scheme fit. I mean, there is Logan McDermott as well. And who's the other guy? I mean, there's Del Cole too. So keep an eye on those 3, because they're all going to be right around our last couple of picks or so. But yeah, really for these guys, I think it's really going to be a matter more so of who we pick early on. Like if we pick Modine, or not Modine, if we pick Sonnenberg earlier on, then we maybe won't take McDermott. But if we pick Urkamps earlier on, then maybe we won't take Svensson. Something like that, kind of balance it out on who we draft today. But, all right. If I'm being honest, I don't really want to wait around too much longer to get this thing rolling. We'll wait till 9:35 and then we'll get rolling. Yeah, Sonnenberg's got X factors too, which is another thing that's really crazy. Like A+ shooting, sign me up for that. That's something we need in our team for sure. Our team's finishing ability definitely hasn't been all there. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about that one, Peaceful. I mean, the 8-1, the last time a team lost 8-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals at any point, I believe was the Vancouver Canucks in 2011, who then went on to lose in 7 to the Boston Bruins because they got their confidence rattled that badly. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to make any predictions. I don't really want to get my hopes up, if I'm being completely honest. That's kind of just... It's how I've been all year with Edmonton. I find if I don't get so emotionally invested in it, that they actually play better. So, I don't know. That's just what I've seen, but we'll see. I'm just taking it, like the Oilers are right now, I'm taking it one game at a time, and just, yeah. Fair enough, Peaceful. Fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about it, if I'm being completely honest. I'm just glad we get one more game of hockey at least. We might get 2, we might get 3, you never know. But at least we get one more game, right? So that's how I'm looking at it. There's another Keeper in here, Francis. But yeah, we're not going to take him. Okay, let's get rolling here. What is this, episode number 32 now? That's crazy. Crazy. Also, how many people are in? We got 3 concurrent viewers. Alright, let's get rolling here. So, we are going to start this one up in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanios here. Welcome to episode number 32 of this NHL 24 Draft to Glory franchise mode here with the Newfoundland Growlers on my channel. Today, we are going to be getting into the 2036 NHL entry draft after, of course, the Growlers were able to get their first ever Stanley Cup championship, led by Ethan Belchet's having a phenomenal regular and postseason, as well as a couple other guys. Our top line was really performing well. DuPont was a point per game, which is crazy for a defenseman. And we got solid contributions throughout our playoff run to eventually go on to beat the record-setting St. Louis Blues in the Stanley Cup Finals. Of course, we finished second to the Blues in the regular season, but St. Louis set a new NHL record with 134 regular season points there. They were just absolutely on fire this last year. But today we are going to be getting into the draft, like I said, and we've got some really good players coming up. It's going to be a fun draft by the looks of it, and we are going to throw a voting tab up here in just a moment, simply because our first round pick is going to actually be off the board by a little bit. We're going to be in the late end, and it really comes down to either Marcus Sonnenberg. It could be Braden Negayan. I don't think we're going to take him, but it's really between Marcus Sonnenberg or Jalen Urkamp. So we're going to type up a little chat vote poll here right now, and then we'll let that roll for a little bit. Okay, so we'll slap that one in there. Let it run for a bit. We don't have a ton of people in the stream right now. I think we got 3 people, so if all you guys can vote, that'd be great. But yeah, we'll wait and see how that kind of plays out here, because of course, once we have a decision on that, then we'll really get rolling on the draft. But both guys look good. Urkamps is listed as a gem, whereas Sonnenberg isn't, but Sonnenberg has more X factors than Urkamps, which is interesting. It's an interesting balance for sure. Yeah, that would be crazy peaceful. I can't imagine McDavid still winning the Conn Smythe over guys like Bobrovsky and Barkov, simply because they're on the winning side. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, but it should be an interesting one for sure. And all right. I mean, to be fair, from the other perspective of, McDavid could win it, he did break Gretzky's assist record in a single season playoff, which is absolutely unheard of. Like, nobody's broken a Gretzky record in a long time. So, yeah. Has it happened? Once. Jean-Sebastien Giguère won it for the Anaheim Ducks, even when they lost to the New Jersey Devils in 2001, I think. I personally have no recollection of it. I've just read it in so many places. So, all right, looks like Sonnenberg's the pick so far, but we're still waiting on votes. So if the rest of the chat could get in there and get voting, that'd be great. But yeah, only ever once. And yeah, Giguère literally, like, I think New Jersey won every game New Jersey won in that series was by 1 goal, and most of the games didn't have more than 3 goals in them, which is crazy. So yeah, it was for sure one of the most defensively locked down. I mean, Giguère on one side for Anaheim, and then Martin Brodeur in net for the other. It's going to be pretty hard to put the puck in the net. So, one thing we are looking at this offseason is Landon Robbins is asking for way too much money for how good he really is, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Of course, we did extend Levshinov instead. It should be consideration at least. Yeah, exactly. Like, breaking any Gretzky record is just stupid. Like, and by stupid, I mean stupid good. But, yeah, for this upcoming season, we got guys like Mahler coming in, trying to push a spot in the NHL team. Besides that, not really a whole lot of other guys. Like, yes, Saunders is going to be in the team this year. Kuiper's got a shot. Magnuson's got a shot. We'll see how guys play out and develop here. But overall, we didn't get a ton of progress from the top guys, at least in the AHL and the system this year. We did get a lot from elsewhere. I might have. Hold on. I got it. I just never actually... Whoop, that is a party. Hold on. Let's leave that quickly. Am I just stupid? There we go. Chats. Which message peaceful? Because if it wasn't on Xbox, then no, I definitely didn't. Man, Galley Jr. just hasn't really turned out as well as I was hoping. Okay, let's get some votes in the chat. If you guys are in here, absolutely go and vote. Only got 1 vote so far still, so we're waiting on that for sure. Let me see, Peaceful. Boop. I do not see a message, so what did you send me? Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. There we go. Yeah, sorry it started a little late, but there we go. Now we can actually message each other. That's better. Okay. All right. Anybody else in here? Do we have more votes? We do not have more votes. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, it's crazy that we managed to get all of our extensions done, though, for this offseason already, pretty much. Like, we have very few extensions, actually, coming up here. If we look at all the expiring players, it's like, yeah, okay, Robbins, Houston. Like, we can afford the vast majority of these guys. We still have some cap space, but we're not paying out Landon Robbins $6 million. Like, that's just insane. As good as he could become, we're going to test free agency with him, like restricted free agency is at least, and see what happens. Welcome, Braden. Please go and vote in the chat as far as which player you think we should take, because for the upcoming draft here, I'll show you the two guys. We're just, again, kicking it off right away here with the draft, but for the upcoming two guys here that I've put as options, it's either Sonnenberg, who's, again, right-wing sniper, NHL ready, has 3 X factors already, or it's Jalen Urkamps, who's a gem offensive defenseman with in reverse and also NHL ready. So those are our two options. Definitely go and vote, because if we get more votes, that's going to be a little bit better set up to actually work in our favor here. So yeah, let's definitely get some more votes before we get rolling here. Okay, we got 2 votes now at least for Sonnenberg, which is good. I mean, taking Swedes in the first round back-to-back is not a bad thing, especially when Sonnenberg looks this good. So yeah, of course, Nagayan looks really good too, but he's a shooting pinch, and we don't need a opposite-handed offensive defenseman like that. So, you know what? All right, let's just take the right wing sniper. Just end the poll. It was a unanimous decision there, with all of 2 votes, but we'll take it. So, without further ado, let's get into the NHL entry draft here this year. We are going to be picking 33rd, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's get to it. And okay, phone just don't work. But yeah, I believe our pick is 33 every single round here this year, because we actually won the cup this year, and that will indeed be the case. Beautiful. Okay, so at least we know exactly where we're picking here, and let's see how the top 5 plays out. So first off, yes, go figure, Lopez gets drafted first. Maddox Lopez. It's an interesting name. Sean Amante goes to Boston. Gordon Johnson goes to Winnipeg. Calgary gets Joaquin Reichel. So yeah, those 3 were all gems, I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those 3 are all gems. Yeah, and then it should be Hoyles here next off the board. And Edmonton did actually pick him. Awesome. Okay. I think that was... yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, Hoyles goes there. And all right, Tarasov went next. Yeah, I knew Tarasov was in there. I'm like, I wonder how this is going to play out, because I was pretty sure the Oilers didn't need a D-man, but yeah, okay. Fill all of this out. Who went before Hoyles? Reichel. He's a lefty out of... was he also out of the OHL? I might be wrong, but he was indeed also out of the OHL. Beautiful. Okay, so for our first pick here, we are indeed going to go with Marcus Sonnenberg out of the... what league even is this? Out of the SHL. Sorry, having a brain fart here. But yeah, he will be our 33rd overall pick, which is actually really going to be a good pick overall. So yeah, we'll simulate through the rest of the first round and see how it plays out. And Bonnick goes to Tampa Bay. So yeah, Hans Bonnick is a very good defenseman. Bit of a weird offhanded guy. That does tend to happen the further you get into franchise mode. Francisco Milson actually looks really good there too. Foligno goes 9th. Oh my goodness, Jaden Foligno is an absolute steal. We knew he was going to be good, but I didn't think he was going to fall that far. And then the Leafs get Lucas Myers. So yeah, lots of good players this year. Not really a surprise though by any means either, because of just how high or how much higher the quality has been from previous years. Hassan, yes, I did. Yeah, I got to spend some time with my dad, which is nice. Had a nice Father's Day dinner with him. So yeah, that was really good. But we're gonna start off this draft at least with Marcus Sonnenberg, and 33rd overall. Of course, he's medium top 6. We know that. The question is, how good is he? And he's 78 overall. My goodness. And he's got 4 X factors. Okay, so yeah, Marcus Sonnenberg was absolutely the right pick. There was an X factor in there that we didn't even see. So yeah, my goodness, what a start. Yeah, exactly. What a steal indeed. Starting off this draft real strong. So we'll go over to pick 66, look at all the players we missed, kind of compare and contrast. So yes, Weber was the first elite goalie, but yeah, these SHL players are studs indeed. I agree with that, Peaceful. So Sweetland was 71 overall, not bad. Erkamps was 76, so we had a 2 overall upgrade there. Beauregard was only 66 rated. Nagayan was also 78. Okay, so Nagayan would have been the only other pick that was even comparable there, really, and he also only had 1 X factor, so we definitely made the right decision there. And yeah, Erkamps would have been great. San Jose gets him instead. But yeah, man, oh man, what a start. So for the next pick here, I think we kind of have the rest of the draft more or less planned out. Like, we're taking Lizen, no real doubt about that, because he's a high elite goalie, and we're not going to give any other team the opportunity to draft him, because at the very least, he becomes a very solid RFA piece for us. But let's see how good he actually is. I'm going to bet 60 overall, and he's 61. Okay, that is not bad at all either. He is 19, so a little bit older, but who cares when you have a high elite goalie? Ruslan Lizen, welcome to the team. He looks really good as well. After that, let's see. Nylander was a good goalie. Guerin goes off the board there. Anybody else that was just amazing or fabulous? Not a whole lot. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was playing through NHL like 18. I think, yeah, I was 18 in my downtime here over the last week a little bit. And I went through one draft and I saw like a 76 rated 20-year-old get drafted in like the 4th round or something. I was like, how does that even happen? Like, that's just absolutely absurd. Like, you never get ratings like that anymore in these games, at least. Like, it was just so randomly generated back then. I loved it and added to the draft steal ability as well as just the variety. But yeah, honestly though, Lizen is going to be a great pick. But yeah, like 76 overall, like high top 6 defensive defenseman in NHL 18 in like the 3rd round is just crazy. But we're gonna take Schwartz there. That was the guy we're gonna take. And low elite playmaker, 53 overall. That's not bad. Out of the U.S., what is he? It didn't actually say. I think he was West. I might be wrong, but all right. On to pick number 132 now. And looking at the 4th round, I get the feeling the 4th round is decent. Nothing crazy, but decent. So yeah, Cavallo was 50 overall. Anybody else? Ooh, Bickle's actually 67 rated, so that's not bad. Just not quite as crazy as what we were just talking about. But we'll take it. So, on to the next pick, and we could go with Kobasu. He was an option we considered for sure, but he is 20 years old as well. There is Koltsov too. We don't need the additional goalies at this point. We're just trying to make enough space for the current goalies we have. That's why we're not taking any of these elite gem goalies. And instead, we're going to go with Miroslav Zednik here. And fits our system, left-handed D. And, of course, medium top 4. The question is, how good is he actually? And he's 48 rated. Okay, that's not amazing. But another Slovak, as far as I have Slovakian roots. That's why I like to draft those players. And, yeah, we'll get on to 165 here. So, at pick 165, let's see. Shane Ludwig was actually really good. Same with Easton Dowd. Anybody else? Koltsov, of course. And We'll see how those guys turn out if they are actually gems. Kobasu is 55 rated at 20, so we'll definitely take the 48 rated 17-year-old instead. Or I guess he was 18, but... Alright, on to our next pick here, and... Who are we taking? We're not taking Sugglebaugh, we're not taking Ernie. We could take Gordon Richmond. For a, what? Is this 5th round? For a 5th round pick, that wouldn't be the worst pick ever. I'm just looking at what else is actually left on the board here after that. And there's not really a lot, so that might not be a bad pick. We are obviously looking at Logan McDermott and Stefan Svensson, and there's one other guy too, Isaac Delcole. So yeah, those are kind of the 3 that we're keeping an eye on. Welcome, Real Divinity. You missed the voting, but so far here, let's just go back and take a look. It's a little tedious because we're picking very last in the draft this year. But I mean, hey, if starting off the first round with a 78 overall, medium top 6 is always a good day. So yeah, Marcus Sonnenberg was the pick, and he was absolutely the right pick. So yeah, welcome. Glad you can make the stream. And then, of course, we get a high elite goalie 2nd round, which is stupid. Just absolutely absurd. And then we got a low elite center 3rd round. 4th round, we got a medium top 4 D-man. 4 X Factors is really nice, exactly, yeah. And then we got this guy just with our most recent pick. But for the next pick, I'm trying to figure out how I want to space it out because we're not taking Shaw either, but it's down to these 4 guys over the span of 3 picks. And I don't know if we necessarily need another goalie, but Richmond is the safe pick compared to these 3 guys. They're not guaranteed to be low elite. I'm hoping they all are, but we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, what do you guys think about Gordon Richmond? Should we take him over these 3 guys instead? Like, I feel like we probably need centers and defense more than an extra goaltending, but let me know what you guys are thinking. So I'm just going to call a timeout here, let you guys talk that over in the comments quickly. And yeah, so far, our draft summary is going really good as far as who we've managed to get. But yeah, let me know, chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Do we take another goalie just as a safe pick, or do we do something else? Svensson's big. The other guy's pretty normal size. Svensson's 6'4", 208. Delcole's 6', 192. Maybe don't take the goalie. Okay, interesting. Yeah, because we already took 1 this draft. We don't really need to draft 2 goalies. Goalie is he only 6 feet? Yeah, you're right. Okay, so he is only 6 feet. To be fair, Ludwig Modin's only 6 feet tall as well. But he stole us a series for sure. But Svensson would be your pick? Okay, all right. Goalies are easy to find. That's fair. All right, I appreciate your guys' opinion. We are going to steer away from the goalie, so going in order, we'll go McDermott, then Svensson, then Delcole. I think that makes the most sense for me, at least. I definitely had Richmond kind of pegged in here to be our pick, but you know what? We will take it. Because, yeah, I just wasn't exactly sure who we were going to grab with each pick, and I'm glad we've got the chat for that. Okay, so now that we are here, literally Delcole's going to be like the last pick of the draft as well, which is crazy. Anders, good to see. No, the Hockey Legacy Manager is just such a crazy detailed game for how cheap and not like underdeveloped, but just how cheap it is, or like it's pretty much a free-to-play option. Hockey Legacy Manager is so fun. Like I need to actually keep uploading the series, but you did 2000 to 2023. Yeah, it's funny because right now, just kind of in my free time as well, or like when I'm at work on a slow shift, I've got a 2000s Oilers save going, and I've made it all the way up to like 2011 or 2012 at this point. I've got like this crazy goalie that's had like over 500 wins already through the first decade, and the Oilers managed to win like 4 cups in those seasons because I've actually drafted well. So yeah, And then we still went and got Nugent Hopkins too, which is, it's Nugent Hopkins. You have to go get him. But all right, so 4-pick 165 here. We are going to take Logan McDermott. The history mode is probably the funnest part of Hockey Legacy Manager, because there are other ways you can play it too. But maybe I should make a video on different saves you can do on HLM. But yeah, it's such a fun game. So, anyways, Logan McDermott going to be our pick here at 165, and he is indeed a low elite. Beautiful. All right. You usually play Franchise Hockey Manager. Fair enough. Yeah, no, you find it weird to scout. That's the fun thing, is that it's very much a sim game, so you literally just hit auto scout and let it roll. That's what I normally do, at least, and it takes a lot of stress off of my saves, so that's usually how I play it peaceful. But Logan McDermott, absolutely great pick there for us. He is going to be turning 19 by the looks of it, but we'll take it. So on to 198 now. Let's see how good Richmond was. He was 47 rated. Okay, so not the best pick by any means, but I guess we'll stick with it. Or not the best pick, but I'm glad we didn't pick him is what I'm saying, sorry. Okay. Any other picks? High fringe starter there. Rohan Mayers. That's an interesting name. But yeah, we have hit on every single one of our picks so far here, which is awesome. I think we did miss... There was at least one elite. Oh yeah, there's a few elites in there. Okay, that makes sense. Scouting's so simple, especially compared to how you have to scout in 24 or in NHL 24. So we're going to take Stefan Svensson here with our 6th round pick, 6'4", 208, 17-year-old defenseman, and he is low elite as well. Let's go. We are rolling today. We are just nailing these picks that we don't have scouting reports on. That's beautiful. Oh man, what a player. He's got 1-star shooting and 1-star physicality. Everything else is half a star. Thank God he's low elite. Yeah, if he was low 4, that would not have been a good pick for sure, but you know what? I got hope for Svensson, that's for sure. We'll see how he actually develops. And does Del Cole manage to exit the draft board? It doesn't look like it. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. That's what we wanted to see. We wanted Del Cole there. Your backslash is saved. Alright, so for the final pick of the draft, we were going to take Isaac Del Cole. We'll see how good he turns out to be, and really he's got probably the best potential remaining on the board, so not really risking it here. And he is a low elite, beautiful, 48 overall by what I could see, offensive defenseman, and yeah, we hit all of our picks this draft. That was beautiful. What a draft it was. So yeah, it doesn't really get much better than that. I'm super happy with how that draft actually played out. And I think we are good here just as far as how the next set of off-season here is going to go. So, I'm just finishing filling out the spreadsheet here nice and quick, guys. Just give me 2 more seconds. Bada bing, bada boom. We roll through another draft with another 70-something plus rated player. We have been so consistent in landing 70-something plus rated guys in every single draft. And it makes a difference as far as why we're competing and winning cups. So, yeah, that was sweet. Okay, now that we are in the off season, not really going to be a whole lot. Yeah, exactly. No, I was saying Svedberg. I am saying Hedberg now. I've gotten that down, Sven Hedberg, but yeah, it definitely took a little while. I was calling him Svedberg for a good section, or Svenberg. The thing, real divinity, is that Svedberg is actually a name in NHL 24 and just any NHL game, at least for the past like 4 or 5 years. Like if we go and search Svedberg, there's going to be guys that pop up here. Yeah, look at this. Like, Svedberg is very much a name. So, that's what I was getting confused with. if we go and change this to Hedberg, there might be a few. Oh, there's quite a few, actually. That's surprising. But yeah, there's only one good one, obviously, and he's on our team. So, yes, that's why Swedish surname for sure, yeah. So, now we're in the off season, and we've got some re-signing to do because Robinson Sillinger is out of a contract and wants more money. We do need to go sign. We need a couple signings here in this off season. So, got a friend with that last name. Yeah, that makes sense, Anders. Yeah, if you you're from Sweden, right? That's what you said, I believe. Yeah, you're in Sweden, so yeah, that absolutely makes sense. So, all right, now that we are on to the contract re-signing phase, we've got, of course, Alex Edler, but not the Alex Edler. Just a scout named Alexander Edler, funny enough. So we'll do that one re-signing. I think we are going to clean some staff here today, simply because, we can get A and B rated scouts, and we're going to try and do that. So yeah, that is one thing we'll do. I am probably going to have to go and take a Reactin here. I can feel my sinuses just like screaming at me right now, so I'll probably go and do that here in just a moment. But yeah, we definitely have to sign some more coaches here this off season too. So first things first, let's get to the re-signing phase nice and quickly. There's really not a lot of guys we have to sign contracts to. It's really Belchets and Zykov for this upcoming year. Strudwick maybe. Robbins is getting qualified for sure because he wants way too much money for where he's at in our team, so we'll qualify him. My nose is dripping now, of course. No worries, Anders. Absolutely, go make that bread, get that money. All right. Yeah, Belchess is gonna want $15 million. I can probably agree with that. We are gonna re-sign Kyler Hewson, and then it comes down to which contracts do we want to and do not want to re-sign, essentially, because we do have some young guys coming up. We want to sign Heino for sure. I know he's not super high rated, but we want to sign him. Oh yeah, of course, Anders. Yeah, I'm glad you came across the video and that it helped. So that was the whole point of me making it. These guys from last or 2 years ago just really haven't been that great. Yeah, you too, Anders. Have a great week. But yeah, these guys from the last draft or two just really haven't been it, if I'm being honest. They've just kind of fallen off, haven't really been good picks. Like, I think a lot of these guys are getting released, unfortunately. But, why would we... As much as I'd love to sign Terry Ray after his 113-point season there, I just don't know if we're really going to find a spot for him, if I'm being honest. Like, Chucko has more of a chance because at least he's 67 rated. So, gonna be an interesting offseason. Too bad I can't trade him. Yeah, exactly. Well, I would trade their rights for picks. Absolutely, I would, but we can't. So, yeah, gonna be an interesting offseason. I'm thinking maybe we... Yeah, no, we just don't have too many really high ticket names and guys to qualify. Like, Robbins is the first one that we've actually qualified properly, so we'll have to wait and see. Caden Sanchez not getting an extension, that kind of makes sense. Malmstrom never turned out, unfortunately, either. He was a guy I was hoping would. But we are going to release Caden Sanchez here. 153 wins. He's been an absolute blessing to the Growlers, apart from that one playoff run that he struggled with. You're worried about Belchets. We'll see. I think it's going to work out fine. I think we're going to probably be paying him around 11 or 12, but we'll see. But yeah, our goaltending situation is pretty steady here. I am going to re-up Delmore, and we're going to release Sanchez, and then we'll sign Malmstrom just because. So yeah, we'll get Ralph Delmore back. Well, we have the money. Well, actually, we don't have the money for Sanchez. We're just going to release him anyways because he doesn't really want to stay here. And yeah, Vasilyev's not going to like that. A few guys aren't going to like that. But yeah, it's time for Sanchez. So thank you for your service, Caden Sanchez. good luck with your next chapter in your NHL career. So he is gone. And of course, Vasilyev immediately is crying his eyes out. Besides that, our defense is pretty set. Not really a whole lot. Ooh, Jorg Kurka doesn't want to extend either. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he hasn't been. We won't miss you. As far as Kurka goes, that's a little bit unfortunate. I was really hoping he would want to stay. But he did sit on the bench for a lot of this last season. So with that in mind, we should probably clear up a roster spot or two. We have more than enough defense overall. And at this point, losing Kurka isn't necessarily a detriment to the team because we have other good players in here still. Like Magnuson fills his spot just fine. Millman's an option. Logan Gore's an option. Like, we have the players. We drafted... Sorry, did we? We might have, yeah. Jakub Bobrovsky's a defenseman. Actually pretty similar size there. Yeah, he was a late 7th rounder. But hasn't really turned out to be anything yet. So we'll have to wait and see. Give him another year, right? But... yeah, I think Kurka is probably done, unfortunately. As good of a second-round pick as he was for us, he just kind of lost his potential as he went on with his career. So, yeah. So, we will... I think we should re-up Kuiper, even if he's only sitting on the bench. Ooh, maybe not for that price, if I'm being honest. That's kind of expensive for Kuiper. What's your guys' thoughts and opinions on Kuiper? We might... send him with Sanchez. For Kuiper, yeah, send him away. I'm okay with that. Like, it's not the end of the world by any means. We might be able to qualify Strudwick here this upcoming year, too. So that's another option where we could maybe gain some picks back. We'll have to wait and see. McCutcheon's not making the cut, whereas Montador shouldn't, but because he's so big, I want to give him an opportunity anyways. So that's probably what we're going to do, especially over guys like Tuomainen and Tan. I just don't see the need to really keep those guys at this point. And then, yeah, we'll give Montador a shot at least. And then as far as centers go, we will sign Smith, Pelly, Chucko, and maybe one other. Yeah, he's big. He's a big dude. Big deal Montador, right? But no, out of all seriousness, okay. We'll release Kurka because he's done, unfortunately. Again, DuPont taking a hit here with the chemistry, unfortunately. So we will release him to clear up the roster spot there. Kurka just didn't want to stay, unfortunately. So that's one roster spot. We need like 3, maybe 4. We need a lot of roster spots for sure. But what we will do is we'll hold off on signing Sonnenberg. We will release Kuiper too. And then we will sign Heino. We'll sign Heino. We'll buy out Tan and Tuomainen. Bang, bang. Those two are gone. We're not going to sign McCutcheon, but we are going to sign Montador. And then, you know what? We're going to give all of these centers a shot because why not? We will sign Ray for... we don't really have an option. Of course, Levchinov wins the Norris in your save, but not in ours, right? Oh, man, that's funny. Okay. Bit of a... you know what? As much as this looks bad for Sogas, not actually the worst scenario ever for us because we got to extend him this next year. And that's actually really good timing because, of course, we got other guys like Belchets and Zykov and a few others that are going to be much more difficult to extend. But, yeah, let's advance a day here. We should get that 1 scout and 1 coach. Oh, Sillinger did not take the job. Okay, so we're going to have to go and make more of an effort. We do get Al Montador. We get Houston, Smith-Pelly, Ray, Sekris, Chucko, Delmore, Malmstrom, Heino. Okay, so we got everybody there, I believe. The only other expiring guys that we have now are guys that we can actually afford to re-sign. And then, of course, Landon Robbins is going to be walking. So we're going to let him do that and just not really question it. Simply that. Yeah, exactly, Peaceful. He was like, medium elite? Nah, I think I'm going to be bad instead. I'm going to be a low franchise and give you hope for like 5 seasons. And then I'm going to tank it down to low 4, not even low elite. So that's like exactly what happened, unfortunately. So, you know what? It is what it is. Levy's still a top 4 D-man for us. He's been absolutely fantastic. We are going to offer Robinson Sillinger the biggest contract on our entire coaching staff because our AHL team has actually been extremely good over the past few seasons, and he is the main reason for it. So, yeah, we're going to do that, and if he doesn't accept the contract, maybe we make him one of our NHL coaches, honestly. He's a generalist. You know what? Let's do it. Let's make him an NHL associate coach. Why not? He's A- rated. Like, it's better that we... Whoa, no, don't fire him. Hold on, I hit the wrong button. But it's better that we keep Robinson Sillinger, give him an NHL job, and... that hurts. Okay, well, we're going to have to go and try to re-sign him. But first things first, let's go to hire coaches, and Sillinger is actually right in there. He wants to be an NHL head coach, which, you know, does make sense. We're going to give him not opportunity to do that, but we're going to offer him the contract and then finagle our coaching staff a little bit better. The other thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go look at the highest rated goalie coaches available because we definitely want another goalie coach. Alright, so it seems like the best goalie coaches on the market have like... maybe. Yeah, let's see. It seems like their B- coaches are the best on the market for goalies, so we'll probably go with this guy. Wojtek Nekar? Yeah. Let's do that. Offer him. It's not going to be a crazy role. Like, it's going to say associate. He's going to be our NHL goalie coach because we are absolutely finagling the contract situation right now. But the other thing we're going to do is we're going to go and sign an AHL coach that is probably just a generalist again. Actually, well... this top coach actually fits our style quite well, so we'll do that. And then we'll look at the scouts, too. And kind of just figure out, okay, where can we upgrade scouts more? Like, we'll definitely sign Sam Sharp as a WHL coach, because he's A-rated and has A-plus regionality there. You just make sure your head coach is A+ teaching. Yeah, fair enough. That's not a bad strategy by any means. It works most of the time. So, we don't have any like super amazing Nordic or Russian coaches here, which, you know, it is what it is. We'll sign Lashik as we'll sign Lashik as a Russian coach. Or Russian scout, but hold on just 2 more seconds. So here's what we're going to do. First things first, obviously Landon Robbins is going to end up on the block, but we can't actually trade him. It's just really to advertise him more. That's the only reason we're putting him there. But what we're going to do here as well is we're going to go and really spend some extra time just fleshing out the AHL and coaching, well, not AHL, but just the coaching and scouting staff. So yeah, if we go by region here, we went and signed what could have been another AHL coach, or not AHL coach, Russian scout. But we're gonna put a Russian scout that Russian scout in Liga instead. Let LA offer sheet for real. Yeah, honestly. So we'll get that one guy as a WHL scout just immediately. And then let's fire off Vigneault. Yeah, let's fire Vigneault. And we're just going to go and check and see what other like DEL European kind of scouts are available. If there are any good ones. Like it doesn't really look like there are too many good ones, so that is a little bit unfortunate. We could possibly upgrade our US scouts. That's one other region we could look into. I am going to go try to get Emmanuel Fitzpatrick for either the O or the Q. Definitely the O. So let's fire Emmanuel Lele. And that should be 3 offered. Yeah, okay. So we'll do that. Now let's go over to coaches, and we're going to do this nice little trick where we're going to make Carlton. Carlton is going to stay as our head coach. I'm fine with that, especially with the record he's had over the past 2 years. But we're going to make him the interim head coach for now. We're going to make Piros the... Yeah, we'll leave all the rest of that exactly as is. And then I'm hoping we have enough budget to make that work once other things actually get rolling here. So let's just double check that the operations budget has max coach budget. It definitely does not. Let's bump that up at least a bit. We want to try to maximize that. Okay, perfect. And we'll put the rest of the money into arena ops. All right, I think we're good. Only other thing we're going to do is upgrade and maintain the arena nice and quickly because everything is at 0 essentially. Yeesh, we don't have enough funds to upgrade stuff. That's crazy. But yeah, at this point, everything else should be pretty cheap and straightforward with upgrading and things like that. And we are the #1 team in the nation, even though our prestige rank and our national popularity isn't amazing. We still generated the most revenue. And okay, we are at free agency properly now. We've offered coaching contracts, correct? Am I wrong? I think we have 3. There we go. Yeah. Okay. We have definitely offered 3 contracts out here. We might even look at a 4th. Depending on... I think we probably want a goalie coach for the AHL. So let's go and do that. Why not? Go find a goalie coach as well. And... let's hire this guy. Sorry, this girl. Zedneka. That's an interesting name. Zedneka Khan. Offer her the AHL assistant coach position, and hopefully she'll take it. Because really we're not offering a cheap contract by any means. But yeah, honestly, things are looking good. I think our team is going to be set up nicely for the next season here. I didn't even go and take a peek at free agency. When I probably should have. Antropov was a 1st overall pick, wasn't he? No, 3rd. But still, Jakub Antropov, heck of a player there. Draisaitl's still around at 40 years old, still has all his X factors, has 1,969 points in his career, scored an 87-point season last year with Edmonton, and finally went, okay, I'm testing free agency. I've been with the Oilers long enough. This is crazy. He has literally been the Edmonton Oiler. He's broken all the records. I'm certain of that. Wow. Just wow. And then finally, looking over here at free agency, Every now and then, yeah, okay, that's McCutcheon. That's our guy. There's a whole bunch of guys that are our guys here. There are some undrafted guys too, but we cannot go and sign really any of them because we have no roster space. So that's really more so what it is. Draft this to be like Yager. Yeah, you're probably right. He's just not aging, at least overall and rating wise. Galina, undrafted. There's quite a few undrafted guys here, but really nobody that I'm like, oh, we have to go out and get this guy. Nah, it just doesn't feel like that, really. Sanchez has got at least one team interested. Who is it? I'm just interested to see. Oh, no, sorry. He has no teams interested, but yeah, he wants $9 million. You're insane, Sanchez. You literally had a 902 last year. That's not $9 million worthy. Also, how about 6.5 for Robbins? Like, no thank you. He's going to China, literally, except unfortunately it's not the NBA, so there is no real Chinese league over there. We get Ruchinsky as the AHL coach. That's really good. We get Sam Sharp as one of our scouts. We get Zednaka Khan as one of our coaches. And we'll go one more day. We get Lashuk as another scout. We get... we don't get Fitzpatrick. Okay, so we're going to have to go adjust that ever so slightly. That's unfortunate. Spend no more money on the arena and spend it on our scouts instead. That's what we're doing. Get over here, Fitzpatrick. We would very much like you to be a scout for us. Simply because he's just, yeah. You're tired. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Divinity. All right, we do get Robinson Sillinger as the head coach, quote unquote. And now we don't have enough money for Nakar. That's not good. Okay. One more try here. So let's do this as far as, okay. You become the goalie coach. You become the head coach. And then you actually become the associate coach. And honestly, our staff looks pretty good. Like, I'm pretty happy with this overall. The only thing that is frustrating, of course, is the goalie coaches. Because we very much need one here to keep our goaltenders running like a well-oiled machine. The question now really comes down to how much can we cheap out on a goalie coach. We only have $610K in the budget. We're offering Nakar almost an $800K contract. We got some A-minus goalie coaches here that we could probably skimp on a little bit. Honestly, though, you know what? We're going to go with this guy. You are going to get offered the NHL goalie coach position for $600K for the next 3 years. Please and thank you, Herdina. And hopefully that won't hurt our goaltending too much. So, we'll advance another day. We get Fitzpatrick. We are really running on razor-thin budgets here. Okay, that's annoying. Thank you, Herdina. We'll try one more time here. Financial coaching. Yeah, literally. That's good. That's really good. Where did this goalie coach just go? That the one? Okay, so he wants the assistant coach position, which, you know what, that is what it is. We'll move Piros to NHL goalie coach just for now, and then we'll, of course, flip-flop those. It's really just a full dishonesty thing here. So, oh, look at that, Herdina wanted to sign. Oh, funny. Huh, well, you know what? You signed one contract, we're going to completely go back on it. Sorry, Herdina, you're actually the NHL goalie coach. you don't get a say in it. The other 3 coaches are all A-rated. You're C-rated. It's just not happening. So, all right, we're ready to hit the next season. Let's do it. Oh, actually, first things first. We have got a fun little game to play here. You guys know the drill, honestly, as far as what we're doing here. Wheel picker, it's still up and running. And okay. Let me flip-flop some screens nice and quickly here. And bit bop boop. There we go. Okay, so you guys are seeing this screen still. I am not. I'm going to pull a tab over here. We're going to F11 it so it's big. And then we're going to go screen 1 and face. That's the wrong one. We're going to go screen 2. Yes, but we want screen 2 in the face cam. And no ads, preferably. Get out of here. Get out of here. Can you tell I've been looking at golf clubs over the last couple weeks? Where are we going? This one. There we go. Okay, now my face cam's on. Struggling. But no, out of all honesty here, guys, we're running the spin. Of course, we're currently running on... Actually, what are we running on? That's a great question. Let me go down to the bottom, up a little ways. Okay, so we are currently running on high medium. Is that right, or did we do that last time? I can't remember now. Literally peaceful. Did we go through this already as far as changing these settings? I don't think we did, because I think that was one of the best drafts we've seen in a while. So I'm pretty sure high medium was already set. So let's just go back here. Let's do it. Spin the wheel. So it was medium prospect quality, I believe. Oh my god, this site is just covered in ads. There was a sound effect with it this time. Wow, okay. I must have just had it off last time. Okay, well, we got medium prospect quality again, which I think is wrong. But, well, not that it's wrong, but that's just exactly what we had before. Okay. We might have to respin this. We'll see. We get the same spin, exactly. Go figure. Okay, well, now we're respinning, because that's just how it would go, of course. So let's try again, because we're not actually allowed to use those same settings. So spin it again, and what are we getting? Okay, I'm all right with that. We are now sound effect less. Yes, I shut off my speakers because I didn't want to listen to it, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we'll go high prospect quality. So let's just pop back over there. So this is going to be a nice change. So we'll go high prospect quality, and then we'll go back here. We'll go done, and then we'll go spin one more time and see. Now we're just waiting on the draft quality. And what's it going to be? Ooh, okay, so obviously we can't roll double prospect quality. It just doesn't work that way. So let's try it again here and see. We got to wait for it to land on draft quality now rather than prospect quality. Okay, so that's apparently all we're going to roll now, because we already had the prospect quality. So we're waiting on draft quality. That's the... We're waiting to change that setting. Okay, third time's the charm, maybe, maybe not. I would love to land high draft quality. That would be great. And of course, we're just gonna roll all high. Come on. Goodness gracious. Plus so many ads, my goodness. And here we go, we're into the draft quality, and it's going to be low draft quality. Go figure. Okay, so we're rolling a low high this year. That's going to be good. I am fine with that. And, yeah, literally 10 minutes later. That was ridiculous. So we'll roll low on that. So, yeah, we'll be running a low high next year, which is going to be interesting for sure. But that is what it is. That's what we're going into the next season with. So let's actually, before we just sim to the next season, let's advance a few more days and see if somebody actually decides to pay Landon Robbins, because that is really what we're waiting on here at this point. And as we continue on. Nothing seems to really be popping up. I should probably... Low high could potentially have some steals. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. So, ouch. Big old ouch there. That's all I gotta say. This is also gonna be ouch. Ooh. Oh boy. Hunter Sogas, on the other hand, is a much more reasonable contract. Literally predicted Belchie's asking price. Yes, you did. Not a good thing, but yes, you did. So are we just putting him on the fourth line and then paying him out at the end of the season? Is that how this is going to play out at the end of the day now? We can't do that. He's been our only 100-point guy consistently. So he also only played 19 minutes during the regular season. That's crazy, like 19 minutes of ice time on average. Meanwhile, Zykov, on the other hand, there's no chance he wants that much with those stats. Like, I'm sorry. There's no way. There's just no way. Okay, so we're going to hold off on Zykov. Zykov's literally in the $13 million ballpark, which is unreasonable for his abilities. Belchet's, on the other hand, actually deserves $13 million until he's 35. Are we going to pay him that? No, absolutely not. But, are we going to try? Sure, why not? And okay, so if we're going rule of 85, okay, I'm just going to write these down. I'm not actually going to pay these out yet. But, heading into year number 14 here, our big three contracts are Ethan Belchet's, Ivan Zykov, Hunter Sogas, and is there any others? I mean, obviously Strudwick's in there, but we're not going to worry about Strudwick because we are more than likely qualifying him. And, well, Cole Rogers hopefully wants... Like, what is that? You're a third-string D-man. Like, sorry, Captain Canada, we can't pay you out that. You're not worth that. As much as, yeah, you're plus 41. Cool, great. You took 24 penalties. Okay. You scored 6 points. You score like 10 plus, then maybe we're talking around the $4 million mark. But no chance. No way, no chance. So, the only one I might actually look to extend is Hunter Sogas because everything else is just so unreasonably high. Captain Canada can go be Captain China. Okay, so a Hunter Sogas contract for what would be the next 8 seasons, because we'd be looking for 8 and 8 with Sogas and Zykov, and then we'd be looking at 7 for Belchet's. So Sogas would be a $2.975 million contract, about, which... reasonable. That's not completely unfair. Is he worth that money? Debatable. But he is a power forward. He is a low elite. He has been putting up very good points on very minimal ice time, if I'm being completely honest. Like, he's literally he played 9 minutes this last year. Like, he should be on our third line. That's why he dropped down a little bit in rating. But we just have too many players for too few third line spots. What we are going to do is we are going to probably put Strudwick on the third line on the fourth line this year. Now, Zykov, on the other hand, is looking at, he wants 13.075, which would come out to an $11.125 million contract. That's too much for a third string defense, not a third string, but a second pairing defenseman. That's just simply too much. Now, Belchet's would be looking at even less than that, which would be an $11.075 million contract for 13 point whatever he's asking. Now, are we going to pay these out? No, we don't have the money. Simple as that. We just simply do not have the money to make those contract extensions work. Probably because we paid out way too little. If I'm being honest, that was kind of the main thing. So, are we going to be running year to year on contracts? Maybe we are. It's going to be hard to tell. But, let's see. That's 25 $8.175 million worth of extensions between those three players, and we currently have $19 million. So we'll see if the asking prices go down, if they go up, what happens. The only player I think I am going to extend right now is Hunter Sogas. I think that makes sense. Under $3 million for the next 8 seasons for him is a fairly reasonable price in my mind. You know, it's not $1.75 million, but it's not even $3 million either. So yeah, we'll rip that 2.975. That's the only one I'm going to do. Welcome, tier list. Glad you could make it. We landed a absolutely fabulous draft in the last, or in the start of this live stream. We landed this one guy especially that, again, is another Swedish super kid, essentially. And Marcus Sonnenberg, he's 78 rated at 18. No, he's not peaceful. No. He's going to go down to like 9 million for the next 8 years. You know why? Because he didn't perform. He's not going up in rating from here. But we're going to simulate ahead. We get Hunter Sogas for that contract price. Under 3 million, I'm happy with. And where is this Landon Robbins contract? Come on, guys. Somebody's got to have some money to pay out a defenseman. Apparently not. Are we really the only team interested in him? Come on. What are we doing? Somebody pay Soga or Robbins, please. Please, somebody pay Robbins. I don't want to pay him. Just checking to see if you got anything up your sleeve for Robbins. Nope, I got nothing up my sleeve. I got an RFA offer sheet waiting from another team. That's all we're looking at. So, no extension on Robbins. That one's really tough. And it is what it is. So, yeah, that one stings. I was really hoping somebody would snap up Landon Robbins, but it doesn't happen. So maybe we get him for a real cheap one-year deal. We'll see what happens. But here's the lineup for this upcoming season. And it's not even anywhere near what I was expecting it to be. But that's probably about normal. Yeah, let's just not play Strudwick or Mears or Bernier. That's a great idea. 90 rated Ludwig Modin. That's going to be fun. And the defense is, yeah, Zykov's still 88 overall. He shouldn't be getting paid out. He's not good enough to be getting paid out. Are these guys both? When did Logan Gore become a defensive defenseman? I could have sworn he was always a 2-8 or offensive defenseman. Okay, well, you learn something new every day, I guess. 25-year simulation. Indeed it is. But no, we're going to be putting Belchuts on the top line because that top line looks filthy. We'll rip Terravine in there. We'll go... Who's playing bottom line C this year? I think we're starting Matthias Mahler there, which I think is fair. And there you go. That should be the lineup. Works for me. Beautiful. All right. Well, it should work for me. The only problem is that it doesn't work for me because we have to slot in these other guys named, well, first off and foremost, Stefan Mears, who should actually be probably on the top line, if I'm being completely honest. Or we can go like that. Ooh, you know what? That line looks real nice, I have to say. It's too stacked, exactly. Like, we literally have a problem with our team being too stacked. And then, yeah, I somehow have to find a spot for Leonard Strudwick, which I don't know where I'm finding that. Literally everybody in the team is 84, 85 plus rated, for the most part. Does Bernier fit a checking line? Ooh, he does. See, and Michel Bernier I could get behind putting in one of these spots, potentially. Should we have extended these older players? Probably not. We probably should have walked them, and that was my mistake. But, you know what? Live and learn, right? Live and learn for, I don't even know when I'm going to have the chance to learn as far as the next series goes, as far as who we're going to be playing with next, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this team is literally too good. Like, I would probably be okay putting Strudwick in over Healy at this point. Is the chemistry quite as good? No. Does it matter? Probably not. But I don't want to sit anybody either. That's the problem, is like, while I could run the line like that, it doesn't actually improve it at all. No, exactly. There's literally none, which is where you actually handicap yourself. As far as the only way we can get rid of players is through offer sheets or through. We can buy them out. Buying out certain players is not an option, though, obviously. So let's go back to roster moves here. But yeah, this is where we get handicapped now, is that we actually have too many good players. Tuzolino's contract is hurting us. I would agree with that. But yeah, no, what we want to do is we definitely want to bring Magnuson up. Maybe even somebody else. Like, we could even maybe look at McBride instead. He might be a better option. I don't know. Let's do Magnuson. Well, we'll probably do Magnuson for now. Maurice Fortin actually would probably be a better fit, but we'll do Magnuson for now. We'll send... Actually, we got to keep somebody, so... Bernie's 24 already. I didn't realize that. If he was a little bit younger, I'd probably look to get him more playtime. But no, Mahler gets that opportunity. Archer gets that opportunity. Even Cole Rogers, who's now low 4, which isn't amazing, but even Cole Rogers gets that opportunity. So, all right, we'll do that. Actually, can we just add one guy? No, we cannot. So we'll put Houston down, I guess. Yeah, okay. It's gonna work out fine. We'll do Magnuson for Houston, make that swap, and then we will take a look at the AHL lines. 2024 to 2049. Correct tier list. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing here with this save. So, yeah, no, unfortunately, I was very much relying on, oh my god, Nicholas Ricci is absolutely huge. 6'5", 229. Like, that is a big D-man. That is a really big D-man. But, no, out of all seriousness, I was very much banking on... I was very much banking on Landon Robbins to get bought out, and that's going to be tough now because now Sonnenberg can't actually play in the team because we simply don't have a spot for him. And that makes everything a lot more tricky than I wanted it to be, for sure. Also, where is Kyler Houston going? Third line? Maybe? Probably. Quite the line of centers along the bottom there. Yeesh. Okay. Well, our AHL team is stacked overall. Like, we have so many good players. But, yeah, this is just something else. If I'm being completely honest, this is just something else. So we're going to put Cody Sweat in there. And then let's put Smith Pelly in there. Why not? Graham Smith-Pelly's one of the few guys that I'm looking at that we might actually have. Once we get to 20, 39, 40. Okay, yeah, I could do that. See how Bedard's playing out. We can definitely do that. But yeah, this team is just so nice with it. Like, it's going to be so hard to find playtime for all the guys. Like, it's just... It would actually be nice if you could just do a setting where it's like roll 4. You don't even have to set power play units and stuff like that because your team is just that good already. And honestly, this year, I think we're going to say screw it. Let's only run Levshinov and DuPont on the power plays because we have so many other forwards that are good enough to get power play time. I think that's a fair statement. So first things first, we're putting Stefan Meurs in Vasilyev's spot, which I think... Actually, sorry, no. We're putting Ethan Belchet's in the spot where Vasilyev would normally be. And then Vasilyev gets to run point alongside DuPont, which I think is fair. He's been around for a long time. But then Zykov can run there. Actually, you know, I'm not opposed to Zykov and Holloway playing together. Literally, though, Peaceful, that's exactly the vibes I'm getting with them. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, yeah, they're literally the next, what do you call it? Second coming of those guys. Of Ben and Sagan. Literally that. So, we'll put Hunter Sogas. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Why would it work? Okay, who's going here then? Does Vasilyev fit better? Yeah, okay, we're putting Vasilyev in there then. Screw that. Actually, I guess we could run Levshinov here. That's probably fine. Actually, no. Let's do Weston Holloway in this spot, and then we'll do Ivan Zykov and what's his face? Artyom Levshinov together. Because, again, they are offensive and two-way defensemen. They are very good players. But we just want to have plus five power plays all the time. So that is really what we're working on here more than anything else. Teravainen and Hedberg, beautiful. Except for the fact that you guys literally just don't understand how to put right and left D on the right side for power play units. That's really funny. It's not really funny. It's quite annoying, actually. But just swap the handedness so they can rip one-timers across the points. That's what we want to do. And then the PK should be much better this year because we do have quite a few power forwards, two-way forwards, guys that can fill those roles. And yeah, the 4-man looks good. The 3-man should be better. Okay, screw it, whatever. We'll just try not to get down 5-on-3. That's all that really matters here this year. Again, wrong for 4-on-4. Like, I just don't get it. We're still playing Belchet's at the top. He's just simply like one of our best players. I don't really see a need to make those switches, or not make those switches, but to run the lineup that way. And we will change Gore out here pretty quickly, more than likely. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I'm going to run Sogas at center there, and then we can go Sogas and Vasilyev. Yeah, that'll work for me. Does Levy sub the C? He does indeed. He does indeed. I don't really plan on changing it, not until he gets to the point where he's not really contributing to the team anymore. That's when I'll then look to maybe swap that out. But yeah, no, right now I don't feel any need to take a letter off of Levshinov. We won a cup with him. Like, just no issues there, really. So, holy, the game is being laggy now. There we go. Okay. So, DuPont and Vasilyev, yeah, that makes sense. And then the shootout has, yep, works for me. All right. And then, of course, Ludwig Modin's just so dang good. Sawyer Saunders will have to go and edit his equipment quickly. He's a big goalie, too. He's 6'4", so. All right. Yeah, heck of an off season. I'm really hoping somebody's got an offer sheet here. Like, honestly, what's going on? What is going on with Landon Robbins? Nobody wants him? Not even for $3 million? We can sign him for $3 million. That might actually not be the worst decision of our lives. I am just wondering, if we do, does he have another year of restricted free agency? Because if he does, great, we can do that. He does have another year of restricted free agency. You know what? We want to be a really good team here still this year. What do you think? What do you guys think in the chat? Do we sign Robbins for one more year at $3 million? It wouldn't be the worst thing ever. He has been good for us. 2.55. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Is that rule of 85 peaceful? I'd assume so. I'm just not certain. $2.6. We gotta go 2.6, otherwise he won't sign it. Okay, so we'll rip 2.6 for one season. That's fine. Now let's go back to the NHL and see if the contract statuses have changed at all. They have definitely not. You were close, yeah, for sure. Zykov definitely went down. That's beautiful. Okay. So Ivan Zykov now would cost us under $8 million. Yes, please. Yes, please. 7.97 million, essentially. That's crazy. Let's do that right now because I am not hesitating on that. 7.9. Okay, 7.975. Out of 17 million. If we do that, I don't know if we have the money to sign Belchets. That's the only thing. That's where we might genuinely have to buy out Andy Healy or somebody like that, which is not something I want to do. But we got to pay Belchets. That's the problem. And Belchets' contract did not go down. If anything, it's going to go up. So okay. So seems like the lowest possible number we can get him to is around 12.2, 12.5. It would be for 7 years. God, that's close. Belchets would be 10.675, which is still just a little too much. It's 21 million total. We minus that, it's literally, we're off by like 800, maybe 900K. Oh, man. Okay, we'll rip the Belchets contract for sure. I want to get Zykov too, I just don't know if we can afford it. That was too far. But yeah, we'll rip that contract for Belchets. That's not horrible by any means. Ivan Zykov, on the other hand, if we ripped him for 6 years, he's looking at 8.625. That might be the play. 65. That'd be a 7.33. That would be enough to get it done, I think. It's going to be really close. Like, that's going to be really close. Okay, well, let's try it. Let's try those. I don't know if they're going to go through, but that's the goal. I just got a notification pop up. We're so, yeah, agreed. We are so tight on the cap space. But, yeah, no, I just got a notification pop up on my phone from, like, EA's NHL franchise Reddit, or, like, subreddit, and somebody was just like, what the actual F? And it was Nikita Kucherov with 103 goals and 100 assists in 60-something games. It's like, well, yeah, that, you probably have every setting set to high, so that does have a tendency to happen from now and then. So yeah, no, literally insane. Where are we putting this guy? Sam Sharp is going in the dub. Dub HL, please. We also have 3 Russian scouts, which makes no sense. Let me get that sim. Yeah, right? We can't even get a guy to put up 100 points in this sim. Never mind that many, but... Alright, Nordic region, SHL, why not? Bada bing, bada boom. Based on the luck we've been having in the SHL and Liga over the past few seasons, I think it probably... Did I just assign... I just assigned the wrong guy. I love that. And you can't try reassigning until they've made it to their destination, otherwise they glitch. So, okay, let's actually assign scouts here. Get going, because this is the cue the Jeopardy music part. So we might actually want an extra SHL scout. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, the efficiencies are not good this year. Do I not have an extra league scout? Did I miss that? I thought... I got extra league. We're good. Holy moly, look at all those top guys in the East League. That's crazy. Way more than usual. We also might not need as many CHL scouts as we currently have, which would probably be a good thing, because we've had so many players out of the CHL over the last few seasons. Like, it's just crazy. And then we haven't even taken guys like that in the first round anyway, so it's like, why are we scouting the first round of these guys? We could be scouting later on, getting better prospects later on in the draft, and yeah, I don't know. It seems counterintuitive almost, but that's just me doing my scouting properly. Q is close. Didn't quite make it, but close. Gonna make the prediction that the OHL might be the region where we don't need the extra scout. Just maybe. We'll have to wait and see. And then we'll put Fitzpatrick in here, and this will all just work out very nicely. I bet you Fitzpatrick gets everybody scouted and some. Oh yeah, everybody and some for sure. Okay, that works for me. That means we can put Book somewhere else. The question is where. I think we probably do an East or West USHL. I'm gonna fire one of those scouts. That's probably what we're gonna do. Yikes. Or apparently there's 100 WHL prospects to scout. Literally over 100. Okay, this is actually ridiculous. Holy dub. Holy moly dub. Like, look at this. We're not even at 130 yet, and I'm already done my, like, God. Okay, well, I guess Book's going to the WHL instead, then. Jesus. Okay. Literally now 4 scouts in the dub. That just hurt my eyes so much. Oh my god. Oh, Liga, not extra Liga. Okay, I see. Yeah, you're right. I only have 1 Liga scout. I thought you were saying you need an extra, like, extra Liga. Like, I thought you were talking about this league, not we need an extra Liga, like Liga with 2 eyes scout. Oh, man. Yeah, I think you're right, Peaceful. I really do. But, see, that's going to be Corpacari, and I just put him in the wrong region. Yeah, exactly. Just, again, lost in translation there, so. Alright, why would we trade Pat Archer for a 3rd round pick? Are you high? He was a 1st rounder for us. Seriously. Okay, anyways, back to this, where we're gonna relocate Corpacari again and just waste funds, because I'm stupid. Yeah, we'll put him back in Liga. Oh, my face was itchy. But yeah, no, there's no way we got all these guys scouted. Like, no chance. That's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. So, yeah, still a lot of scouting to do. I'm a little bit annoyed with how inefficient our staff is this year, but you know what? It is what it is. We'll take it. Okay. Yeah, so that's our team this year. The only other thing we need to do, I think we only have like 1 new player, and I'm pretty sure it's Sawyer Saunders. Oh no, we got Magnus in here too. Ah, that's what I forgot to do. Okay, I knew I was missing something else. I'm like, what else have I forgotten that I just know I'm forgetting, but I can't remember what it is to put Magnuson in here. So let's do that. try that. Oh, look at that. It's immediately 0 on the chemistry. But yeah, supposedly Johan Magnuson's number 51. I don't know if I believe that. See if I can find him, what year we drafted him exactly. Probably like 8 or 9. Johan Magnuson, we did. We drafted him 188th overall. God, that's so far back. But yeah, we'll see what happens here with the contract situations, because that is going to be interesting too, for sure. You know, we could run Matthias Mahler in the AHL for another year and just see if he can just, like, light it up. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Plus, our chemistry's better if we do that. So, you know what? Let's do that and then waste somebody else's talent in the NHL sitting on the bench. I think that's a fair play. As much as I want to play Mahler in the team right now, I think it's actually detrimental to do that. So let's send him down and let's bring Kyler Houston up. We'll do that. And then we'll make some slight changes here. And by slight, I mean we're literally going to move Pentakainen down. We're going to move Sekris down. And then Mahler's going to get the first spot. And hopefully, he will score like crazy. Cody Sweat's huge. 6'5", 240. Like, that is a monster of a player. He's literally huge. Okay, so we're going to do that. That makes me feel a little bit better about the team as to where it currently stands. And then, yeah, I don't feel bad doing that either. That's, wow, that just kind of cleared up not all of my issues, but, like, yeah, that made it better, for sure. So, okay, now that Johan Magnuson is in the team, actually, he's just going to eventually get scratched here anyways, like Logan Gore is going to end up going down. But let's still take a look at Magnuson, because, you know, we might end up playing him over Rogers anyways. I guess we got Bernier too, but I don't think he's really going to play all that much. So let's look at Magnuson, because he's the guy that for sure is going to get play time. And, ooh, okay, I kind of like the style. It's kind of filthy. Number 51 does the wrap tape job and everything. I like it. I like it. It's not bad. He definitely does not look Swedish, though. But, alright, you know what? We'll take it. Mr. Johan Magnuson. And then we're just going to change the lace color, because I don't really like the purple laces over our... Don't get me wrong, purple laces are cool. They just don't work with our team's color scheme, that's all. He looks like the average U.S. citizen. I was going to say he looks borderline Asian, actually, but I mean, you know what? We don't judge. We don't judge. You never know what his heritage and background is. Just because his name's Johan Magnuson doesn't mean that his mother couldn't be Asian. You don't know that, right? So, and then out of all the other players, we're going to go to Sawyer Saunders, number 33. And he's got the Columbus star-striped pads on. Love it. That growler mask on Saunders there. Yeah, we already did that. Okay, come on. But here is how Saunders actually looks. Okay, so he's got the full beard, like it. Blonde, runs a thin first beard, and then let's just say he can grow it out all the way. Why not? And, okay, for the stick here, we're going to... rip the brown. And then we'll go with a white text on it. That's a great question. Nobody actually understands why he wears this type of gear. but he does. So, out of everything, well, let's just check what his stick style was. He was using the True Catalyst. Okay, I think that's seems to be a preset goalie stick this year. Let's give him the true L20.2. And then same with the pads. Alright, and then when we go to actually customize these, we're going to do the pads first because it's going to be the main piece you see. But as far as the pads go, he's already repping for the jackets. Literally, though, like, what is that? Okay, text is going to be white because that's what we're sticking with. So white text. Let's do white lace on it, too. That'll look good. And then I always like to have the light brown color on the edge of the pads. That just seems to look better for me. That's what I like, at least on my goalie pad looks. We can rip the inside as brown as well, and then we just get to do some minimal design stuff here that's going to make it okay, or the whole back of the pad's going to be that color. That, I guess that works. So let's rip an inside stripe there, and then we'll do not that one. That one. There we go. That's the one we're looking for. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. And then one more here. That one right there. Actually, we'll do two more. So he's mainly going with the tan stripe. I think the tan stripe's going to look cool with just a little bit of black. And alright, there are Sawyer Saunders pads. When we go into customize, we will take this then and go apply to all. And now his blocker should look pretty much the same. His catcher should look pretty much the same. That looks slick. That looks really good. I am quite happy. Ooh, the stick actually kind of dripped out too. I like that a lot more than it did look. Let's stick with that. Let's stick with that. That's Sawyer Saunders there. So that is your guy. He looks good. I'm really excited for him to be our backup goalie. He's big, 6'4", 211. No X factors yet, but he'll get there. Just wait and see. And that is all we are doing for player editing. We'll then go. Where's he from? Canada, I believe. Let's go look. Drafts. Sawyer Saunders. We drafted him late, didn't we? Yeah, we drafted him in the 7th round. He's Norwegian. He's drafted out of Norway in Liga. Definitely not the name you would expect for Sawyer Saunders. But yeah, that's who he is. That's what we're rolling with. And all right, we do get Landon Robbins back for one more season. And we get Belchet's on the contract extension. We get Zykov on the contract extension. Let's go. We are absolutely maxing out the cap space. Like, I literally don't think we can go any higher up with that. That is crazy. Crazy how tight that is. So, let's minimize scout travel, minimize advertising, and then just make sure our arena is dripped out this year. Not dripped out, but just like fixed up, I think is more what I'm trying to say. Alright, we start off up 2-0. We're not making trades. Goodness gracious. 4-0-1 to start. Not bad, not bad. And, alright, we're rolling here. Landed DuPont's cruising so far. right. We're actually gonna hop in here and start off what's gonna be the next episode here in just a moment. Hear one of the cats meowing. Don't know what they're meowing at or what that's about, but maybe one of them will get up and come see me here in a second. We'll see. Anyways, okay, we get up to 141. Yeah, we're just skipping over this part for the edited version because then it makes it shorter. We've definitely had some pretty long edited, quote unquote edited. I've not done a whole lot of editing on them, if I'm being honest, but yeah, we've had a few edited versions that are like an hour and a half long still almost. Which isn't really recap type, but we'll work on that, don't worry. Almost through that section. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Thank you, Peaceful. Appreciate it. Nobody else around to bless me right now, so my soul would have been Satan's, apparently, according to, that's where the whole thing originates from, is that you're sneezing out your soul, so people say bless you to protect you from Satan. Yeah. Supposedly, that's what it is, so. Literally. I can't believe how efficient these guys are this year. This is great. The OHL is really efficient. Everywhere else sucked. Like, it's not even close. Actually, there is one other region. It's the SHL, I believe, where it's like literally one scout just gets the whole region done, which is so nice because normally it's not that efficient, but then there's the dub, where it wouldn't even be possible for 3 scouts to get the whole region done, because that's just how good it is. Oh, it's December, not November. There we go. The Q? Yeah, no, me too. Like, most of the time. But yeah, there's been a few seasons in this save where the dub is just absolutely stacked with players. Like, not necessarily good players, but like, there's just a lot of them. Like, that's more what I'm getting at with it. So, yeah. I'm sure now we get scouted all the way out to 290. Go figure. Okay, so we're done that scouting, and that is where we're gonna. Oh, let's just finish off the preseason sim, see where it takes us, how we do, and then we will wrap up the episode from there and then continue on with the next one. So, in this preseason, we finish off with a 7-0-1 record. We're absolutely rolling. And Weston Holloway has 12 points in 8 games. Not bad. Okay, so that is where our team's at. That's where we're going to leave it. The only thing we're going to work on here, more quality instead of quantity. Exactly. But the only other thing we're going to just do here quickly before the end of this episode is we're going to actually swap Rogers out. I think it's probably... I just get the feeling Magnuson's going to put up more points. He's actually like the same size, a little bit lighter. And then we got to make a roster move here. As far as moving Gore, yeah. You think play Rogers or what? So we're going to move Logan Gore down, and we're going to move Landon Robbins up. We might actually lose Logan Gore to waivers there. We'll see. But yes, this team is... Oh, you think Rogers is gone after this year? I see. Sorry, I thought you were saying, like, put Rogers in over. Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll rip these two D-men together. I think they'll be able to produce better points than Rogers and Robbins did. And don't get me wrong, Robbins was good. Like, 24 points last year is not bad. 13 goals is a lot. But he's not breaking into our top 4, unfortunately. Like, our top 4 is just too good. Simply put, our top pairing plays 25 minutes a night. So, yeah. I unfortunately think Rogers has a chance of being gone after this year, too. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it really comes down to just getting better deals on the contracts than we've currently gotten. And we got our big guys signed. We got our big guns in Belchets and Zykov and whoever else was there. Who else am I thinking? Belchets, Zykov, and Sogas. We got those guys all signed, and we're good. Like, we just... I don't know. Zykov was the main piece that I was worried about, so... Honestly, maybe. They might. Like, you never know. But anyways, guys, that's where we're going to wrap up the episode, not the actual live stream in total. But, yeah, that is it for me. Thank you guys for watching on the edited side of YouTube. I really appreciate it. All of your support helps. And that is it for me. I will see you guys all in the next one. Okay, so we're going to continue on here. And we'll just run through the intro here again. So, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode number... I've forgotten the episode number. It was 32 and 33 today, right? Because we're on, 32, 33. Let me try that again. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode number 33 of this NHL 24 Draft Glory franchise mode here with the Newfoundland Growlers on my channel. Today, we are getting into the 2036-37 regular season sim. Last episode, we were able to sign an amazing, or draft, not sign, an amazing player named Marcus Sonnenberg in the late first round with pick 33, and we had a very successful offseason where we were able to extend a few big name players for this group, mainly by the names of Ethan Belchetz, who will, as you can see there, be getting an upgrade by about $4 million on his current contract, as well as Ivan Zykov that will be getting a $1.35 million contract upgrade, and then these other two guys in Landon Robbins and Leonard Strudwick, we're going to be trying to walk to free agency again, see if they actually manage to become restricted free agents or not and get offer sheeted. Hunter Sogas got a $1.9 million upgrade on his current deal, and I think that is all worth it because he is going to be our third line center of the future. So that is where our current team is at. But today, yeah, we'll see what we can do. We have a very solid and stacked team again. We're going to simulate right up to this first game of the season here now, and let's go take a look. So first things first, we are actually looking at the Halifax Huskies team ratings here for season number, what is now 14, which is crazy to think that we're that far in, but our team ratings this year, you guys can't see it because my face cam's in the way currently, but they're 75, 71, and 77 for the three respective ratings. Let me just go boop and move my face cam out of the way. But yeah, Matthias Mahler, obviously the big name player on that team that we're hoping can just torch the AHL this year, but we'll see what he can do. He is a two-way forward after all. And then of course there is the NHL team that is just going to be absolutely ridiculously good. And we are running with 100 offense, 98 defense, and 94 goaltending this year. Holy moly, that is a good team. I don't think it really gets better than that. 94 goaltending too. That's just crazy. Okay, so those are our teams. That's what we're rolling with. It should be a fun sim this year. And without further ado, let's get to it. Cheerless still here. Welcome. Peaceful says, the phone rings. Yo, LA, there's this guy in the Growlers that's getting underappreciated on D. He could easily be your top pairing D-man if you just offer him your first and your third. Trust me, it's totally worth it. That's great. Okay, so, yeah, let's simulate through the first month here and see how this Growlers team does. So we start off with a 7-5 loss to the team that we just beat in the Stanley Cup Finals, go figure, and then we lose in, oh my god, we're on a 4-game losing streak. Wow, that was something. What a poor start for the Growlers. But as we continue on here, we're getting injuries left, right, and center. And hopefully I'm not picking up a toll-free service call. No, thank you. But hopefully we can get rolling a little bit better here because this has been pretty pathetic so far, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, hello. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 3 points for Mahler so far. Yeesh. That's bad. Okay. Well, you win some, you lose some, right? And apparently we are... Not that we're losing all our games. We're actually now 4-3-1. We've won a few in a row, but apparently Belchetz was injured. Oh, he was. He most certainly was. What is this? I'm sorry, what am I looking at right now? Hello? Why was Belchetz playing fourth line center? I don't understand. This top line's looking sexy so far, though, I have to say. Andy Healy's got 8 points in 9 games. Oh my goodness. The story begins. Tuzolino's got 10 points on the third line. Let's go. How about 9 points for Hunter Sogas to start off the year? We are cooking with gas there in our depth. That's actually crazy. You love to see that. All right. Oh, that's who got injured. Tiemannin's out. That makes more sense. Okay. Even then, we still don't quite... Well, we should have the center depth, but we sent Mahler down. Go figure. And to finish off the last couple games there, we win 2 more, and we are now pushing top of our division, chasing the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Blue Jackets, and that's it. Just the Blue Jackets are ahead of us here, really, besides Tampa Bay. Go figure, repping the St. Louis numbers and colors like Sawyer Saunders was there in the last episode, but we got to do more scouting. So, actually, wait, no, we don't have to do more scouting yet. We got to sim another half month, and then we got to do more scouting. So, let's see how that goes, and hopefully it goes better than this last stretch just did. So we'll go up to that 13th there against Anaheim, and we lose Weston Holloway to a mild concussion for a week. That's great. That's just so good. All right, we win 2 more games there, beating the Canucks and Oilers. Then we beat the Islanders, and then we beat the Bruins. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. This top line is really working, though. I'm extremely impressed with how well they are scoring. I believe everybody's a point per game, or close to. I'm just going to go check on my cat, make sure he didn't just hurt himself, because it sounded like one of them just knocked something over. So just give me a second here, guys. Boop, boop. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. It was just Nigel jumping around. Come here. Hello. So now he's in here with us. But yeah, no, our team is cooking right now. They're doing just fine. 11 points for Zykov could turn out to be an incredible steal. Am I really looking at 26 points in 24 points in 14 games for Landon DuPont? Oh my god. I thought that Hedberg's 21 was a lot. I was wrong. Hi. Come here, Nigel. Come here. Alright, we get another trade offer for Pat Archer. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, that's why. I see. Okay. That makes more sense now. But yeah, DuPont is just on another level to start off this season. I don't know if that will continue, but we'll have to wait and see. Because, yeah, that is really something. I bet you the team starts playing even better now that everybody's off the block. That'll probably help. Really, Nigel? Come here. Come here. Jump up. Come on. Hello. We have a Nigel here. Look at his tail. What a goof. Oh, now you're up on there. Okay. I was making sure my cat wasn't dead, because he knocked something over and I could hear it from across the house. Like, boom. I'm like, okay, well, that's probably not good. But yeah, it was probably just him jumping down. Oh my goodness, we just went on one of the biggest winning streaks in a while. Okay, so we won 5, 6, 7, lost 1 to the Senators there, and then had won. Well, look at the point streak here so far. We only didn't get a point in our very first game. After that, it's been a point in 14 out of 15 games. Yes, 15? Yeah. We've gotten points in 14 of 15 games. Oh my goodness, Nigel, you are so happy. And Landon DuPont, oh my god, Landon DuPont is almost a 2-point per game defenseman. Wow. Just simply wow. Let's save that file right now. I'm wondering if Landon DuPont's on top of the league for scoring. He might be. Hi. Hello, Nigel. He genuinely might be the best scoring player in the league. What are you doing there? Don't drink my coffee. You are already crazy enough. You don't need caffeine. Really. Oh my goodness. Okay, Philippe Duchesne just putting up 33 points in 16 games. Over 2 points per game. You need to stay off my desk, sir. Ow, don't claw me, please. Thank you. Ow, no, you're clawing with the other claw. Why? He's very cute. Okay. Thank you for that, Nigel. Okay, you gonna go lie on your chair? Go to your chair. Okay, go to your chair. Just settle down. No, he's not settling down. Okay. Well, anyways, DuPont is by far DuPont is by far the highest scoring defenseman in the league. Actually, not by far. Luke Hughes is right there. But we have got much higher scoring this year in general. So Mikhail Ivanov is just torching the scoring charts, which is crazy. And then there's literally 3 St. Louis Blues players ahead of DuPont. But, give DuPont time. You never know what he's going to do. What are you doing? Attacking my carpet again? Yeah, you are. 918 is insane for Modine. Yeah, some pretty crazy scoring numbers there. Honestly, Levchinov's doing really well this year so far. But yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to stop for a moment and appreciate how much DuPont was scoring. But yeah, apparently Philippe Duchesne is just over 2 points per game to start off this year. I'm sure he'll come back down to earth at some point. But yeah, that's crazy. We're going to turn the Xbox volume down just a little bit so you guys don't have to listen to me spamming through players here. But now we're on to round 3 of scouting. The video, Nigel. Okay, we got that first round of scouting done. Got to keep going here. Nigel, what? What are you doing? What are you being so crazy about? Hey. Hi. Come on, jump up. No? Okay. He's being a cat again. Oh, that was the wrong one. Okay, I really hope I did skills assessment on the second one. I might have done strengths and weaknesses because I wasn't really paying attention, if I'm being honest. I definitely got a little distracted. No, I did do strengths and weaknesses. Cool. Hi. He's back. And this time, are you going to lie down? Lie down. Nigel, lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Please. Oh my goodness, you are being such a goofball right now. Oh my goodness, are you a happy cat or what? Hi. Stinky cat. You sharing your chair with Dad? Yeah. I'm just sitting like right in my lap pretty much, so. Okay, we're good on that. Oh, you're back up. But your claw's stuck. What are you doing? Yes, Nigel. Don't worry. Nigel's getting some quality time here. He's getting to just sit with me and just relax and get some pets and be happy. Aren't you happy? Yeah. You guys can't quite see me. He's literally like just off camera. There he is. Hello. Hello. What are you doing? Nigel. So much fur. He's literally got, you can't see it, I'm just like dropping his fur off like I'm Salt Bay. Just like. Okay. Now you're back on the armrest. Aren't you just being a little explorer today, hey? Oh, hello. This cat is just, I'm sorry guys, this is just Nigel needs some attention here. Okay, we're not jumping up there, because if you jump up there on my computer, you could shut the whole stream off on one button. You could. You're not going to, but you could. He very much likes his back scratches. You like your back scratches? Yeah, back scratches. I'm trying to figure out where we were at with the scouting here. Oh, there we go. He's done, but he's down. And now he's eating a string on a cat toy because that's what he does. Hey, don't eat your toy. He is such a cat. He's such a cat. Oh, there we go. I felt the sneeze coming out. I'm like, I gotta sneeze, but I'm not looking at the right light to get it to go. Hi. Are you sitting in your box? Like a little cardboard box on the floor. Nigel just sits in it and just chills out. Thank you again, Peaceful. I appreciate it. Oh my god, why are we doing strengths and weaknesses? Go to skill assessment. There you go. Nigel, stop it. Oh my god, you're being a turkey. Are you going out? Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, he is. He's such a goofy cat. Okay, I think we can actually, focus here now, because the cat's not disrupting everything. But that's how Nigel is sometimes. So you just gotta put up with it. He's freaking cute, so he gets away with it. But he also causes messes and disasters, which I then get to clean up. Most of the time, at least. That guy's huge. Jonathan Joslin, 6'6". Again, an enforcer style, but still. Welcome, tryhard. Yes, we are indeed playing NHL Live here, which is, not too many people actually do at this point, which is why I actually started doing it this year, is because I was like, well, not a whole lot of people live streaming, why not? Let's do it. And then, of course, we're live streaming playing franchise mode as well, which is even more niche, but we are running a Draft to Glory here, so I feel like you're the only one who streams 24. Yeah, I mean, maybe on YouTube, like I know Tugi definitely streams, well, not 24 necessarily, but he definitely streams NHL games. Currently playing a Be a Pro career, yeah, it's the Be a Pro's tough as far as it gets so repetitive. I mean, don't get me wrong, franchise mode gets repetitive too, but in a different way as far as like more so with scouting and things like what we're doing here right now. And yeah, overall it's still, while it's fun, it can also be quite tedious at times. But I'll show you our team in a second here, tryhard. Our team is just like your channel's named Tryhard Masterpiece. We should just be called Tryhard Franchise Mode, because that's like, I'll show you the team we're rocking with here in a second, because it's just stupid how good it is at this point. We are also 2036, so we're 14 seasons in now. Gameplay sliders are the way to go and Be a Pro. That makes sense. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Whereas here, we're not actually playing any gameplay apart from like in the menus and stuff. So we're just sitting back and commentating gameplay, which is completely different. Just for buffs, yeah, fair enough. I mean, keep playing, right? Keep playing, you'll get better. So. It's just, again, not practice makes perfect, but practice makes a much better player eventually. So, all right, and then the last one here. Okay, I got to double check that I actually did all of my skills assessments rather than accidentally doing any strengths and weaknesses or something. And perfect. Okay, back to the calendar simulation now. So. First things first, actually, here, tryhard. Here's the team that we're rolling with. So first off, we are buyers, so we're a winning team status in here, but this is the lineup we're rolling with. It is absolutely loaded as far as the number of good players we have in this team. We also then have this crazy good defensive core with Landon DuPont being 95 overall. And then we also have a 90-plus rated goalie in net, which is not easy to come by any means. So, yeah, that is the team we're currently rocking with. And we've actually got everybody on salary cap compliant contracts for the most part, which is absolutely crazy, apart from these two. But, yeah. Doesn't really get much better than that, if I'm being honest. This is for sure one of the best teams I've ever built, and the potential is not all there, but we have some potential in the system too. So now that we are back to the calendar sim, let's continue on here. This team is just like, DuPont's got 10 goals in 15 games. That's just unheard of for defensemen. But we'll finish off November, and we immediately lose Kyler Hewson to an injury. And we finally lose a game there to the Anaheim Ducks. We were on a roll there for a while, but multiple Newfoundland players are now ready to be dressed. Beautiful. Let's toss them in. Mainly Raymond Timonen. That's going to be the main guy that we're throwing in here because he fits the bottom line so darn well. And then Rogers, Houston, Bernier. Those guys are fine. And okay, let's just stop simulating here for a moment. And then finish off this month where we can watch it. We won one, lost one there, and then we beat the Devils. We're cruising right now. We're 15-2-4, and yeah, that was a good finish to the month for sure. We have 38 points now. We're 5 points ahead of the Blues, who are of course also stacked. You know what? Let's simulate up to. Well, I guess we're finishing off all of December. Is this December? This is December now. Yes. Yes. Okay. So. We'll go up to the St. Louis game, because St. Louis is obviously our number one rival. It would be cool. I mean, you could set it up that way. It just makes, if you throw the, like, what's the word I'm looking for? If you throw the legends into franchise mode, they all just become 27 years old, so then they all retire right at the same time, which is, a little frustrating, but actually kind of funny how it works too. Also, who's the best goalie in this draft? Backup? I don't believe that, but okay. Jorgen Klefbom. That would have been so funny if his name was Jeff Klefbom, but anyways, random side note there. And as we continue on with the sim, we are winning a lot. Not just a bit, a lot. And alright, we're 22-3-5 with 49 points heading into this St. Louis game. The Blues have only got 42 points, so while they are a top team, Columbus is actually the better team out of the two. So you know what? We will sim this game nice and quick. But yeah, my goodness. All right, so first period, let's go. Belchet scores. Second period, we're up 3-0. That's our game. Yes, sir. 4-2 win. Flynn scored twice, but didn't matter as the 2 goals from Misa kind of locked that game up. Let's go. Let's go. That's exactly what we wanted to see there. And then we'll go up to this Columbus game as well because the Blue Jackets are rolling. And we beat not really surprising, we beat the Red Wings there. Because, yeah, we are, without question, a top team in the league. It's really more so a matter of how much of a top team in the league are we really going to be. Like, Hedberg's got 47 points in 32 games. That's crazy. DuPont has 50 points in 32 games as a defenseman. Oh my god. Simple as that. That's all I can say is, oh my god. I thought I'd seen some seasons before from defensemen, but yeah, no. 50 points in 32 games. Landon DuPont is on pace for like a 120-point season. Anyways, let's sim this Columbus game because the Blue Jackets are cruising right now too. But 1-1 game as Wyman and Holloway both score. Second period, there's the Growlers lead. Zogas and Teravainen beats Shogard. And third period, it's 5-1 as Teravainen and Duzzolino this time score. So Teravainen with 2 goals. That's huge. 9:58 from Modine. Let's go. Honestly, this team is deadly. This is probably one of, if not the best team I've ever put together. And Zykov gets injured. That's going to affect our winning a little bit. And we lose Cody Sweat in the AHL. And, all right, Chucko is back. I didn't even know he was injured. He's got 3 points in 35 games. Woohoo. Maybe we try, I don't know, like, nobody's scoring here, really. Like, this is pretty sad, if I'm being honest. I was really expecting more from the AHL here, but I don't know, I guess we'll take it. Let's swap Georges out for Ricci, because Ricci's got some potential at least, and he's a monster. Yeah, okay. But yeah, the chemistry on this team, the defense on this team, just this team. That's all I gotta say. Just this team. Yeah. Are we winning games? Are we not winning games? What happened there? Okay, we're at 61 points now. We've only lost 8 games all season. 5 of them in overtime as well, which is even more crazy. But yeah, now as we get up through January, we're going to go right up to the 15th, and let's see how we do. So we start off with a win, and even more wins. We're just absolutely cooking right now. I think this team's kind of figured out their formula as to what works, though, as well. That's kind of what it's looking like here. So, my God. So, yeah, currently, I mean, I'm sure St. Louis probably broke it, but last we checked, the NHL win record was 16 games in a row. We just lost one there, but what were we rolling with heading into that? Like, we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 against Vancouver, 13 against Edmonton. We were on a 13-game winning streak there. We have 74 points now. The next closest team has 63. Wow. Just wow. Landon DuPont has 71 points, 20 goals already. 20 goals by a defenseman. That breaks a career high, for sure. His previous career high was 17 in that 170-point season where we were like, oh, he had a down year. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Landon DuPont is plus 52 on the season already. He's, yeah, pretty much Wayne Gretzky. He's pretty much Bobby Orr at this point. He's better and bigger than Bobby Orr probably, though, as well. That's crazy. Belchet's has got 30 goals. And we've got 4 players over a point per game, which is absolutely unheard of for this team. Normally we have like 1, maybe 2. But yeah, the D partner there in Weston Holloway just isn't really getting a whole lot of the same kind of scoring pace as DuPont, but 4 shutouts from Modine out of his 34 wins is pretty solid. He started 43. Meanwhile, Saunders has started, 2? Yet he's considered an elite goalie too. That's interesting because he's got a 445 goals against average. Is DuPont the top player in the league here? Like, 71 points is a lot. I don't know if it's the most, but it's a lot. He's second in league scoring only to 40 goal scorer Mikhail Ivanov. And yeah, look at that shot. My God, Ivanov is just simply a pure goal scorer, essentially. He's almost a goal per game. Porter Martone's looking really... that's where it is. Okay, so Martone came from LA. That makes more sense now. Yeah. How much did he get paid? Martone got paid 13.6. Oh, man, that makes our DuPont contract look like a breeze. My goodness. Steven Chucko's looking great. Like, he's one of those players where it's like, oh, I just wish we had gotten him. Don't get me wrong, Ivan Zykov's great, but Steven Chucko's better. Simple as that. A lot of good scoring players in here, though. My goodness. Kent Johnson on the... Okay. All right. I see you guys. I see you. This is crazy. DuPont is trying to make Makar money on the next deal. Yeah, he's going to want like $18 million or something like that. crazy. Good thing we're good at contract negotiating. Draisaitl's still in the top end of the league. He went to Colorado. Oh my goodness. And he's broken 2,000 points now. Leon Draisaitl is just an absolute machine. Also, where is Mr. Bedard? There he is. 54 points. Not bad. He's 1,162 points in 1,014 games. You're a Devils fan? Yeah. Interesting, because they've had quite the duels over the years in the Cup Finals too, right? So, Maddox Lopez is doing good in Washington there. Besides that, hey, look at that, go figure. Brandon Stokes, who we wanted to draft and never got to, this turned out to be very good. Amir Bobelev, a different Bobelev, is looking pretty good there. I don't think we have any rookies in here. Like, they're all not scoring compared to that. Also, who is the worst team in the league here at this point? Because obviously we're on top. The Oilers are the worst team in the league now. Interesting. Okay. That's definitely a change up. They got Caden Sanchez as well. They literally signed Sanchez, and it's just not working for them. Go figure. We've gone through that already. So, okay. Now that we're here, I believe all the scouting. We're on to our last round of potential, or our first of 2 rounds of potential comparison scouting. But actually, well, hold on. Let's do this first. Just go. Wee. Yeah. Okay. Nobody in there. Good. Just about to ask where Sanchez went, and just dumb luck, go figure, he's on the worst team in the league in the Edmonton Oilers. That is something else, man. Just the way that's progressed over the years. Insane. Just insane. They lose Draisaitl, and all of a sudden that team just sucks. Like, I don't think they made the playoffs last year, but I don't think they were that bad last year. They only had 70 points last year. They were pretty bad. 78 the year before that, 84 the year before that, and then they made the playoffs 4 years ago. Okay, so yeah, Edmonton's in a bit of a playoff drought here now, which, I mean, makes sense. That's exactly what, yeah. Sanchez gonna get the nurse treatment and get sent off to China. Yeah. Kind of looks like it at this point. Alright, so May 17th seems to be the farthest most date that we're going to roll with here. And we'll make it work. And yeah, if like for tryhard there, if you're interested in how to scout players in franchise mode, go watch the tutorial that I have on my channel, because yeah, the how to scout tutorial is just, it's a game changer. Like, you'll figure out that you can actually see every single player if you're willing to put in a little bit. It's more than a little bit of work. It is a little bit tedious, but if you put in the work to do the scouting and get your scout set up properly, it's really not that tricky. So ugh, okay. My goodness, I'm gonna actually have to go take that react in here pretty soon. How are we doing on the stream time? 2.5 hours? Yeah, we should be done the regular season by then, so that'll be good. That'll work out just perfectly. Thank you, Peaceful. Yeah, no, if you watch the spamming, it can definitely be mesmerizing. I'm very interested to see if this, what's his name? Lawrence Devon is a franchise playmaker or not. I think he's going to be, but we'll see. The gem status kind of is a giveaway on that. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Your phone died, you're back. No worries, Real Divinity. Glad you can make it back. Our team is cooking right now. Like, Landon DuPont has got 20 goals and 51 assists in 43 games. That's all I gotta say. That's it. Simple as that. That's where we're at. We're in the scouting section here again because we always are. We spend probably about a third of the entire regular season time in here. And yeah, this team is on a whole nother level this year. Cue the is it French Montana? I think is the I'm on a new level song. Looking like another DuPont thumbnail for this one for sure. Yeah, he's we'll probably do a little tease like mid-season kind of thing for this episode once it actually airs on the edited side. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I knew when we got a franchise defenseman, I'm like, okay, we're in a good spot here because having a franchise D-man is just so ridiculous sometimes, and we're seeing it finally. Got a garbage can under my desk, fortunately, which makes having a runny nose a lot easier. Okay. Feels like I have to sneeze, but it also doesn't. No, I definitely have to sneeze again. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a reactant as soon as we're done scouting here, and then we'll continue on. Well, yeah, if you're adjusting sliders, tryhard, of course your stats are going crazy. Gotta love allergies, we don't. Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's just seasonal, too. Like, it's literally just if there's enough dust or pollen or, I get near too much fresh-cut grass or something like that, they're just dying. Just like, oh. But, you know what? It is what it is. Seasonal allergies, just something else. Of course, now we don't need the 4th WHL scout. Come on. What is that? Okay, so let's save this record because we're 34-3-6. We're just gonna overwrite that. I'm gonna go grab a reactant. I will be right back, guys. Okay, we've got the reactant. Yay. Pop that with some, I'll go with water rather than coffee. DuPont's got the same amount of points as the team does in the standings. He's close. Okay, so let's get rolling here into the next stretch of sim. We get to finish off the season now, which is fun. And yeah, let's go up to the end of this month and see if we can get on another cruising winning streak here. So we'll start off with a win there and make it 2. Anybody from the draft class yet that's actually looking okay? Probably not, but you never know. Okay, so we win 1, lose 1. Win 1 in OT, 2. Alright, so we won, we're winning the majority of our games. And did we beat the Flames? Yes, we did, 7-2. Yeesh. But yeah, let's continue right up to the trade deadline here. So, give me a prediction for my game of Devils Bruins. Are you playing on one of the teams though, try hard? That's my question there. It doesn't matter if sliders are on or off. If you're playing the game, that's an immediate advantage for sure for the team you're on. Smith Pelly's 81 rated now. Let's go. We got another good player. Let's go. We're cooking. Love it. Love to see that. McBride's actually having a good year too. So yeah, he'll probably be a replacement player here coming up. You only play right wing for the Devils. I'm going to say 5-3 Devils then. Mahler lost 1 overall. Yeah, that was just a morale overall, so I wasn't really too worried about it. But yeah, I did see that, but not too panicky about it. I'm going to say, yeah, 5-3 try hard. We'll see. Holy moly, this team is just something else. Alright, so we are now on a, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, we lost. I was going to say we're on a 12-game win streak. What did our owner goals update to? 27 home wins? We've got to be close to that and advance to the cup final. I don't know why it's changing. I don't know why you change our owner goals. Literally because we just went on such a huge win streak. But yeah, we were rolling there and then we lost to the... Somehow lost to the Washington Capitals, who are one of the worst teams in the league. I'm going to say we only get 1 blockbuster deal this year again. So let's see what happens. And we have 107 points already this season. There's 1, Darlene to New Jersey. Mikko Rantanen and Philip Ekberg to Buffalo. That's big. All right. And yep, we only get 1. All right. So next closest team, St. Louis with 91 points. We are 1 goal for the Devils already. Nice. DuPont's at 90 points. Goodness gracious, he's about to break his all-time single season points record, I believe, of 91. Oh no, he's already done it. He's already done it. It was 86 points was his previous high. Goodness gracious, this man is just scoring at a different rate. How about Hedberg with a point per game still? That's very solid from him again. I mean, he had 89 last year. He was very good with there as well. But 50 goals for Belchats. That is, yeah, he's on a very good pace yet again this year. Everybody else has kind of come back down to earth. Like, we're not seeing quite as crazy scoring as we were at the start of the year. But yeah, DuPont is just something else. Also, 49 wins for Modine. Come on. Come on. 8 shutouts, too. He is having a season for the ages. Wow. Just wow. What's our point percentage? 84.9. Oh my god. Oh my god. This team is going to... We're like, hey, St. Louis, you just set the NHL record. We're going to beat it next year. Apparently. That's just what our team's mentality was, I guess. Because, yeah, it sure looks like it here. This is crazy. Also, that was a nice stretch in the middle of that sentence, but... 8 shutout, 49 win season for Modine, and we're only at game 62, 63. Like, that's insane. So, alright, let's put Ricci back in here. Ooh, 1 goal Bruins. Alright, we got a game there now. Who was scratch Ricci? Yeah. Over Georges. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, as we continue on here, we'll take on the Red Wings. We beat them. We lose Andy Healy to an injured knee. And we do beat the Blue Jackets there, who are one of the top teams in the league here as well. But yeah, we're just steamrolling. Just steamrolling the league this year. It's like, you remember how dominant the Bruins season was here a few years ago? 2 years ago? 2 years ago, yeah. When they were just cruising through the regular season. That's this team, but even better. We have 55 wins now. We're at 117 points on the year. My goodness. And we still have a lot of games left. I didn't know Holloway was injured, actually, but love getting cat hair in my mouth. Go figure. But as we continue on here, alright, Lawrence Devon is not a franchise playmaker. I thought for sure he would be, but I guess not. Number 10 at Sadikov, or pick number 10 in Sadikov there looks pretty good. And then we've got at least one guy here in Stan Matheson who's a low elite, but of course we are still waiting on multiple scouting reports to come back here. I'm also wondering, is anybody... Not really any NHL ready guys, that's for sure. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't. But anyways, as we continue on here, we do lose one to Vancouver there, but then we beat Florida, and there's 60 wins on the season. Make it 61, 62. Ooh, we lose Belchets for about, well, it's for the rest of the season, unfortunately, but we are at 133 points. The record is the record is 134 points, set by the St. Louis Blues last year, and we still have 4 games to beat that. Landon Dupont has 104 points as a defenseman. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And Belchets is going to cap out at 59 goals because he's injured. That hurts a little bit because he was so close to a 60-goal season. I don't think we've gotten a 60-goal season from him yet. No, we've had some close calls. That was actually tied for his best effort at a 60-goal season with 59. And he's exactly 1 point over a point per game, which is crazy. Sven Hedberg, I did it again. Hedberg is catching up, but yeah, Misa's looking great. Point per game kind of player as well, just under that, but we will take it. And 62 wins for Modine, are you kidding me? 9 shutouts, 62 wins. He's also... Oh, you know what? I know why he's done this. I think I have auto-rotate off. That makes sense. I'm like, why has he played so many games? That completely just worked in our favor because, well, he's going to be tired for the playoffs for sure. But it's got to be off, right? Yeah, okay. I'm like, it's got to be off. Bro's played every game, literally. There's been a few games where he came in, like where Saunders came in, but yeah, I definitely did not intentionally do that. But it worked in our favor. We've pretty much just set a new franchise. Not a new franchise, just a new league record in general. But, yeah, this is crazy. I did not mean to do that. I apologize, guys, but it worked. It somehow worked. And, 2-2 game? Yeah, we still get the win. Let's go Holloway. Oh, man. And Modine with a 923, 1.93 goals against average. That's crazy. All right, make it 106 for Dupont. Do you think he can get 30 goals? And I think he can get 110 points by the end of the season. I don't know about 30 goals. That's going to be tough. But let's see. Let's see what he can do. And as we finish off these last few games of the season, Dupont's at 107. He gets 80 assists on that game alone. I think he could get 3 goals in the last 2 games, but we'll see. And he doesn't get any points there in that shootout loss to the Flames. Go figure, he's back in his hometown, so it doesn't go well. And then we lose the last one too, but we put up a record-breaking 138-point season, mainly thanks to the severe efforts of Ludwig Modine playing all but like 3 games this year. Bro literally did his best Martin Brodeur impression. and played 81 games. Jeez. Oh my god, that's just absolutely absurd, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's a win for sure. But yeah, my bet would be Modin's like 95 rated next season. Well, maybe not 95, but like definitely 92, maybe 93. Based on the drastic improvement he saw from year 1 to year 2 to year 3. Yeah, man, oh man, that's all I gotta say. He's still got 7 years left on his deal. Yeah, literally peaceful. He should be a franchise goalie at this point now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I got faith. I got faith that things are going to work out for him. So yeah, heck of a season though. Landon DuPont just put the team on his back along with Ludwig Modin and was like, yeah, we're winning this year. No doubt about it. And yeah, crazy season. 25-56 a night. Ludwig Modin, not Ludwig. That's just absurd. Those stats are just absurd. Yeah, he should gain franchise potential from that performance. It's crazy. All right, we got another low elite here in Amir Cuff. We've had success with other Cuffs in previous Draft to Glory franchise modes, so we'll take it. Ludwig, literally Ludwig. Or you call him Waldine as well. That's the other thing you could call him. Alright, so by the looks of it, there's very few NHL ready guys this year. Interesting. I think that's probably coming down to the overall draft class quality. Well, let's see. How many? Yeah, no, that's literally it. The number 2 guy. Oh, cool. Okay, well, we're learning something new, right? If the generated prospect quality is high, they get good potentials, but if the draft class quality is low, then they get bad ETAs. Interested. Okay, well, we've got it figured out now for sure. Look at this. Like, the second overall player's got a 2-year ETA on it. Or third year player's got a 2-year ETA on it. That's crazy. My God. What a year. What a year. The Growlers just simply get it done. So there you have it, guys. 138 points. It literally does not get better than that. Let's finish off the day, or the episode here, by advancing, going through the stats, and seeing how everybody else did. A lot of the divisions were a little bit more normally kept than our division was. They're probably, yeah, like 74 to 77 overall. Yeah, exactly. We got a better player 33rd overall over this last draft. But the worst team in the league was tied between the Edmonton Oilers and the Philadelphia Flyers. I would bet the Oilers were worse. Oh, maybe not. They won more games. So we'll have to wait and see. We go 65, 9, and 8 for 134 points. You guys saw that. That was all sim. No way we played any games there. And the Oilers were still the worst team because they had the least regulation wins, or I guess regulation and overtime wins. We put up an 84.1 total points percentage. I thought the 82 or 81 point percentage that the Blues put up the last year was better. Obviously, I was wrong. I wish you could go in and see the team's previous records, but you can't. That's why we track it all. So, yeah, they still put up 120 points, which is actually probably about where we were last year, give or take a little bit. What was that one comment? Okay. Yeah, last year we had 119 points, go figure. So, we will see how this plays out. But yeah, for the first time in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons? 5 seasons. For the first time in 5 seasons, Ethan Belchetz is not our top scorer on the team, which we'll take. We will absolutely take that because Landon DuPont, my goodness, Landon DuPont just had a season for the ages as a defenseman. 107 points He joins an ultra elite club of only maybe 5 guys to do that, which is insane. DuPont doesn't finish anywhere near the top, as Porter Martone is actually your top scorer this year with 124 points. I really thought DuPont was going to finish around there, but our team scoring did kind of drop off throughout the year. Jack Hughes is on the Chicago Blackhawks. That's interesting. A bunch of these St. Louis guys were just extremely good as well. Cole Eiserman scores 68 goals this year, topping out Ivanov. And yeah, that's crazy. 70 goals for Chucko. I don't know how I didn't realize that, but Steven Chucko joins an ultra elite club as well there with his 3rd consecutive 100-plus point season. Man, is he a goal scorer. And the most assists is going to go to Jordan Gavin with 90 assists this year. That's insane as well. Fantilli had a ton of assists. Luke Hughes had a ton of assists. Kent Johnson and Porter Martone also. And then, of course, Landon DuPont. But yeah, DuPont actually makes the top, 12? 2, 4, 6, 8. Is that 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. He makes the top 10 in scoring. Connor Bedard there as well with 106 points. And let's see just how many 100-point scorers we have this year. So, Jakub Iswozniak actually broke 100 points too, but we had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 100-point scorers this year. Bonkers. All right. Best rookie was indeed Maddox Lopez there on Washington. Sean Amante was good on Boston, but not quite as good as some other guys. And yeah, very good rookie class this year overall. Ludwig Wondien blows the stats out of the water there with 63 wins on the regular season. Again, he played every single game for us. He won every single game that we won. And Landon DuPont beats out Luke Hughes by over 10 points, make it 14 points, and then a big drop-off from there down to Makar for 3rd place in scoring, which is, still very good, but also Kenny Camilleri has turned out to be quite the player there for the Vegas Golden Knights. But yeah, I would have to hope that DuPont wins the Norris this year, considering he scored 27 goals, was a plus 72, shot the puck at 12.6% into the back of the net. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Weston Holloway actually shot a lot of pucks this year, 240 to be exact. Where did Levshinov end up, though? Levshinov wasn't even anywhere near Holloway, really, but insane scoring numbers this year. So let's go just back to the Growlers for a second, take a look at our team. And overall, so for the forwards, Belchet's, with his 75 games played, had 95 points. Couldn't quite break 100 this year as he did get injured. But he was coming for DuPont for sure. I thought he was actually going to catch him. Had he not gotten injured, it looked like he might have. But all right, there's our forwards for this year. Very nicely balanced scoring overall. Our lowest scoring forward really in Pat Archer. Just still scored well, 33 points. That's a new career high for him. And he has dropped to top 9 potential, but we don't really care because he's playing in the top 9 more consistently than anywhere else. 109 penalty minutes for Andy Healy, and make it 18 fights on the year for him. Timonen had 4, Tuzolino had 5, and then nobody else had a fight on our team besides maybe some defensemen. But yeah, that's the stats for the forwards this year. As far as the D-men go, DuPont obviously had 107. He had more points combined than the next 2 players. Almost 3, not quite, but close to the next 3 defensemen afterwards. Ivan Zykov really did drop off on his stats there, unfortunately. I was really hoping he would score a little bit more than that, and he just didn't, unfortunately, but that is how it goes sometimes. 18 points for Johan Magnuson. Very solid rookie season for him as a D-man. And then only 17 points for Landon Robbins this year. He also took quite a few penalty minutes, not nearly as many as Weston Holloway, but that was the stats there. And then, of course, Modine's absolutely ridiculous stat line where he stopped over 2,000 pucks, saw over 2,200 shots against. And just played a ridiculous amount of minutes this year. He also had 1 assist in total all year, which is hilarious as well. But yeah, my goodness, what a season for him. So that was our team. Looking at the AHL here, Milan Sekras is our best player this year with 61 points. Hugo Fukale was pretty good, and then yeah, we had that Mahler injury, which did not help him at all. I was really hoping he would play a little bit better than he did, but you know, it is what it is. Zamnov had 50 points as a D-man. My goodness. Not what I was expecting by any means. There's the rest of our forwards. Heino actually scored 21 goals, so not too bad there. He's got a very good shot. That is one thing we know for sure, is that he can rip the puck. And then Artmeyer only had 2 points there in 10 games. There's the rest of our defense. Things went well there for the most part. And yeah, 44 wins for Delmore. Again, we had auto-rotate off, so he played the majority of the games. Only 2 wins for Caden Standard, but he actually did just fine as far as goals against average and things like that go. Graham Smith-Pelly is going to be an NHL player next year, more than likely. Even though he is a literal pylon on ice when it comes to his skating, he is also a pylon that's going to beat the living crap out of you. So, yeah, that was our rookies this year. So, interesting group there for sure. Let's take a peek at the entire AHL here this year. Sven Helvertson was the best player. Jake Flaherty was actually really good too. Same with Delorier, Quint, Shishkinov, Martinson, and a few others there. The best goal scorer was also Sven Helvertson, my apologies, and then a few other names there of guys that we haven't necessarily seen before. Boris Antropov looks like the real deal there, scoring 35 goals in what I would assume is probably his rookie season in the AHL. Maybe not, but let's see. Is it? Yeah, it is. So that's a heck of a player there that the Arizona Coyotes have drafted, or this Utah Hockey Club have drafted. Dawson Strudwick, actually a very solid player for the Washington Capital Hershey Bears there this year, but he did not beat out Gaspard Bucieres, who looked very good for the Canucks. And that was it for rookies this year. The best goalie was indeed Ralph Delmore, actually, and we had a Sergei Vasilyev, drafted in 2034, maybe distant cousin of Oleg Vasilyev, who's 31. Maybe not distant even, could just be a direct cousin, but depends on if he's black or not, I guess, right? And then the best D-man was Thomas Harley this year at 35 years old. That's crazy. You'd think a guy like Forbes or Janssen or somebody else like that along those lines would be the top guy, but nope, it was Thomas Harley. So there you have it. That's the AHL stats for this season. As far as the Huskies go, they won 46 games, going 46, 28, and 8, finishing third in their division behind Toronto and Cleveland, and qualifying for the playoffs yet again with that 61 point percentage. And here's the rest of the divisions. Nothing super crazy, actually. Yeah, no, nothing super crazy in the Pacific, at least. As far as Charlotte goes here in the Atlantic, they were the best team. With 110 points, they might be the best team in the league there. Looks like it, as Iowa was good as well, but yeah, no, the Charlotte Checkers are your best team in the league this year. So there you have it. What a season for both teams. And yeah, that is pretty much where we're going to wrap it up. In the next episode, guys, we will be getting to the 2030, what is this going to be, 2037 Stanley Cup playoffs. We are looking to repeat. Bucieres is a cool name. It is, indeed, I agree. Real Divinity. But we do get Belchutz back literally right after the season is over. Devils won 5-8. Goodness gracious, that's crazy. But yeah, of course, we get Belchutz back like right after that. Go figure. But yeah, this team is a force to be reckoned with for the playoffs. It's going to be a wild ride. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to sharing it with you guys. But this team is here for business. We are here to attempt a repeat. And honestly, with the way our team's played so far, things are looking good. We passed every single one of our goals this year. I can't remember the last time I've ever done that in franchise mode. That is crazy. I expect goals to be accomplished when I set them. Keep doing this and you'll be a shoo-in for an extension when the time comes. Well, yeah, we have it set so you always give us an extension. But yeah, that was an insane season. So we will get the New Jersey Devils to start off the next episode. We'll see how that goes because I know New Jersey's got a fairly decent team on their hands. If they're anything like they were a few years ago. It looks like they've gotten quite a bit worse. They're really a one-line team now, I have to say. But they still got a team there for sure. It's nothing nearly as crazy as it used to be. Obviously, that Buffalo trade that brought Dahlin over was probably not a good idea for them as far as they traded Ekberg and they traded... who else? It was Ekberg and somebody else. There's also a Bruce Sogas here. Interesting. Wonder if he's related to Hunter at all. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the Devils are going to be good, but that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys all for watching. That's it for the live stream too. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys coming out watching this one. It was a good episode, a good season for sure. Honestly, one of the best I've ever seen. I really can't remember. I think maybe one time in our Reading Royals draft to glory, we had a 71 win season or something like that, which was insane. But really, realistically, 65 is about as good as you're going to get. Never mind 140 points. But yeah, that is it for me. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And this is Etanio signing out. I will see you all in the next one.